Hey everyone, how's it going? Alright. How are you all doing right now? Okay. Just make sure this is like that. See if that worked. Yep, there you go, right there. Okay, great. Alright, so yeah, how you all doing? Okay. Yeah, thanks for being back here. Yeah. Alright, so quite a lot of work to do, so let's do it. Try to figure it out. Okay, so first I really want to make sure the game is playable from start to finish, so that involves making a main menu, making a tutorial, making the end goal, and then I will continue focusing on polish. Which is gonna be rough. It's definitely gonna be super tight, but still, let's try doing. It's participating, nice! Hey, yeah, definitely best of luck with your entry. Yeah, definitely go ahead and do that. Because, yeah, time is running out. So, yep, it's time to work super fast. Okay, so let's work super fast. Let's go, first of all, on these scenes. Let's create a new scene for the main menu scene. Okay, let's make this one. Over here on the main camera, I do not want the background, so let's go with a solid color. Let's go with nice gray, black, something like that. Then let's go with a nice UI, make a nice canvas. Then on the canvas, set it up as usual. So 1920 by 1080. Match fully with the height. Okay, so this is my UI right here. Let's make a new empty game object, main menu UI. And make it stretch to occupy everything. That's great. Let's make a script to run this. And now let's think, what do I want on the main menu? And it really is just the play and quit menu. So that's it, just something super basic. So over here, it's going to be very easy. So just serialize field, private of type button, and the play button. And then I've got the quit button. Okay. Now from these, on private void awake, on awake for the play button. On click, let's add a listener, and for the listener, let's go scene manager and load a scene and the game menu. That one's going to be over there, so I actually gotta reword this because the indexes, those are going to be different. That is always the issue when you work with indexes. So yeah, so this one should be 2, and this one over here to reload the game menu, this one should be 1. Oh yeah, I've got to make some kind of pause menu as well, so pause menu, I've got to do that as well. Yep, right, okay, main menu, do that, and then I've got the quit button, and this one quite easily just application.quit. Or actually, since I have my own utilities, I can actually use my own question dialog UI in order to show a question, yes or no, really quit game, and on yes, you do application.quit. So yep, do that one, and on no, do nothing. So yep, okay, great, so that should work. So start playing, stop playing, something super basic. As always, when it comes to a simple game, you don't really need to make much, yeah. Oh, hey, Marisha. Yeah, I've picked up some nice 3D assets. I had to make them super quickly, because, yeah, time is running out, so, yeah. I basically need to be able to do those very quickly. So yeah, got some nice visuals. So far, the visuals have been going. Oh, Pauline, what's? I give my dog something for him to eat, and he's eating on top of my sofa, which means he's gonna dirty my sofa. That's a bit annoying, but okay. Anyways, yeah. Okay, so inside this, let's make a UI button. Let's do so for the play button. All right, and on this play button, let's put it nice and dark, like a dark gray. Let's put it quite a bit bigger, something kind of like this. Let's put, as always, the outline. These two components, the outline and the shadow, these are two really awesome built-in components. I really like using them all the time. They are super useful because I don't know, I find that adding an outline and a shadow makes things look so much better, and it is so easy to make it look so much better. So yeah, so simple play button, just like this. So I've got a play button, then underneath I've got a quit button. The quit button, and here on the text, let's say quit, and for the quit button, let's make it a little bit smaller, just because usually I like it being a little bit smaller. So like this, make sure both of them are on X of 0, so they're right down the center, and put it on there. Okay, so then the only thing is eventually I'm going to make up some kind of image, some kind of logo for the game. I still don't know what the name of the game is, so yeah, I guess I'll figure it out like this. Okay, so like this, then main menu, just drag that one, and that should be working. So yeah, thankfully it's very easy to make a main menu. So yeah, just like this. And yeah, basically the game is working just like this. So yeah. UI elements. Okay, yeah, I definitely do want to polish the UI later. So if you've done some of those, yeah, I'll definitely look into those. Okay, there you go. So the play button works, and of course the quit button. Oh, actually, let me also use the blocker UI. That would probably be useful. So blocker UI, also for my utilities, I can also show down. And over here, I can do blocker UI dot hide. Okay, I can show and hide just to make it a little bit more interesting. Okay, so that should make for a simple. Ah, crap! I want to. Yeah, right. So I need the pause menu. I need to work on that. But first of all, I need to make sure that one is working. Okay, I'll check them in a little bit. Thank you. Okay, so let's see how this is going. You'll never come and just lurk, but I have to say that since I knew you're from Portugal, I got a boost of motivation to keep learning game dev. Oh, that's that is awesome. Thank you for everything you do for us game devs. That is cool. Yeah, and best of luck in your learning journey. Thanks so much. And look at that. There's my. Oh. Wait, did I press on no? I pressed on no, right? So I don't not do that. Sorry if you're on OBS or Streamlabs. I am on OBS, but I don't think. Why is that one not working? Wait, did I invert it? Oh, I did invert it. So first you hide, and if you click on yes, then you quit. Okay, it would kind of suck if pressing on something. The audio is really very much on the microphone, so it's very much a hardware thing. It's not a software thing. So over here, quit, nope, and there you go, back to normal. Quit, yes, and yeah, there you go. That one does not work in the editor, but yeah, that would work fine. Okay. Software thing. It really isn't. It really is the thing. So it's not. I do know over here I can build it up. Yep, I do have it all set up correctly, but yeah, it's very much this microphone that is messed up. But right now I've got the boost over here, and at least this one boosted a little bit. So thankfully that is quite nice. But what is it? Are you hearing a buzz? Are you hearing a buzz? Yeah, I know I can add the gain here, but I think that is going to make it worse. So that's kind of the issue. So yeah, technically I can do this, but then it's going to be way too loud. It's going to be all messed up. So yeah. Our noise filter, noise gate, noise suppression. Because sometimes it has a very annoying thing. The thing is that I got to remember to then remove these effects because then I apply the noise suppression usually on the visits. I suppress into gain into limiter. Limiter. What is the limiter? Is that like the threshold, so it limits everything below that? Okay. Okay, so sure, let me know if that sounds better. I have no idea because I can't do that. Smash the gain. Well, the gain is already pretty good, already pretty close to -5. So I gotta remember if I talk very loud. Okay, so I gotta make sure it doesn't clip. So like this seems okay. Does it sound good? Okay, so thank you. Although yeah, I gotta remember to disable these. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure that if I apply these filters whilst recording and then apply the filters in Premiere, if I do that, then I think it's messed up. So, but yeah, thank you for the tip. Is there a way to like save presets or something? Yeah, I don't think this saves presets. Because usually I got like, for example, on the camera, usually I got like the filter over here, and I can enable and disable. And I need to remember to do that, otherwise gets all messed up. Anyways, okay, so yeah, so that seems to we're good. So yeah, thank you. I hope that sounds a bit better. Thank you. Right, what was I doing? Main menu, that works, so that's cool. So if the main menu is working, now what do I need? Okay, main menu, this one is done. Okay, pause menu. Okay, let's do the pause menu, which should be pretty easy to do. So let's go inside the game scene. Okay, inside of this, let's make a nice pause menu. So pause menu UI. Let's make it stretch to occupy the whole thing. Okay, as always. And for the pause menu, let's make a nice little script to run this. Oh wow, I already have quite a lot of scripts. Usually I stop for a while in terms of organizing this, but since I'm on this game jam, yeah, definitely haven't taken the time to organize this a little bit. Usually I put like all the UI scripts in one place, then all the others in a different place and so on, but now, yeah. Actually, no, I want to avoid update, and on update, if keyboard, because obviously I'm not going to be using input assets, I'm just going to directly listen to key inputs. It's called escape. No, keyboard.current escape. There you go, escape key. Was press this frame, so I can do that in order to. But actually, no. Right. Crap. That's gonna be annoying. So I gotta listen to somewhere else, but it's okay. So let's make the usual show and hide function. So game object set active. Let's put this one into false. Let's put this one into true. Then over here on start, let's begin with it hidden. And then, yeah, then the update, I guess that one does not show up here. Then I got a serialized field, private button for main menu button. So I've got this one right here. And on private void awake, I've got the main menu button on click, add a listener. And for the listener, I can just go ahead, do scene manager dot load the scene and go back to the main menu like that, even though it probably should have the question dialog, so I can actually show the question, show question, yes, no, really, quit the game, back to main menu, yes or no. So for the no action, don't do anything, so blocker UI.hide. And for the yes action, then yes, do that. Go and do load manager, load scene like that. Okay, and on this one, blocker UI dot show the blocker UI. Okay, so the main menu works. I think I do have a general game manager script. Yeah, that's where I'm listening to that one. So it's over here. If keyboard, let me grab the current keyboard. The escape key was press this frame. And on this one, let's do a public enum game state. Yeah, I guess that's good in case I want to add also a timer in the beginning. That could also be good. So game state could be normal or paused, and private game state for my game state. So I've got that, and over here, if game state equals game state.normal, if so, then I'm going to pause it. Game_state.paused, and then I've got to have some kind of event, public event handler, not this one, event handler, on game state changed, and when this one changes, on this one set it to pause and time scale equals paused 0f, and else, if it is already paused, let's do time scale equals 1f, you put it back into normal. And when it does, over here on game state changed, let's invoke this. So this event r.empty, okay. And over here, let's do basically the same thing. Okay, so that handles the toggling. And then on the pause menu, over here, I can go game manager instance. So I need a static instance. So public static game manager for my instance with a get and a private set. And then over here on private void awake, instance equals this, and then I can access the instance and listen to that event. So when that event happens, game manager on game state changed. Let's make sure to return that. So public game state get game state. Let's grab this one, so return the game state. And over here, switch on the game manager instance dot get the game state. And case game state dot normal and case game state dot pause. So if it is on normal, then hide this one. If it is on pause, then show this one. And then handles the thing as well. And yep, there you go. So then over here, then I just need the resume button. I've got the resume button on click, add a listener. And on the resume, I'm going to want to resume. So I need to have this. So public void resume game. I guess I should also have public void pause game. So I guess I should probably have two of them as opposed to just one. So like this, so pause the game, and like this for resuming the game. So for this, if you are normal, let's pause the game, and if you are like this, let's resume the game. And then if you do that, then over here on this guy, go into game manager instance and call resume game like that. Okay, so that should be good. That should show the pause menu, which should make it work with game manager, should toggle, and so on. Yeah, okay, good. I just need to make the buttons. Over here on this guy, let's go into UI, Text Mesh Pro, and for title, let's just say paused. Pause, let's put it in bold, something like a red or yellow, something like a yellow. Put it quite a bit bigger. On center down, no wrapping, 0, 0. Over here, lift it up by a little bit. Then let's make a nice background, so nice image for the background. Let's put it in black and slightly transparent, and put it stretch to occupy the whole thing. Put it above that one. Then let's make a button, but I don't want to make it from scratch, so let me actually grab this one from the main menu. Let me grab this button, go on the main menu, not this one, on the game scene. Go inside the canvas, inside the pause menu, over here, let's drop it. So this one is the resume button and the main menu button. And for this one, for the text, this one says resume. This one over here says main menu. And this one, let me drag it down there. And this one's going to be quite a bit smaller, so like 0.7. And make both of them quite a bit longer. Okay, like this, good. And then on the pause menu, let me add the component onto it. Drag the resume button, drag the main menu button, and okay. And this one should already be hidden by default, so let's put it off to the side and reset the UI rect transform. That should work. Okay, let's see if this one plays and if it goes back into the main menu. Okay, here we are, escape. There we go, and is the game playing? I think the game is playing correctly, so let's mine some of these. And there you go, press escape. There you go, nice. Everything is paused, everything's back to normal, and resume, that works. Back into the main menu, oh boy. That one is not supposed to be that massive. Why is it that massive? Why did that one show up that massive? Where's the question dialog? Wait, did it... Wait, what? Where is it showing up? Question dialog clone. Where is this one being spawned? Oh, it's inside the health bar world UI canvas. Why did it spawn on that one though? That's strange. How can I change How can I change the ordering? I actually don't know. But anyways, I can just put it manually. Question dialog UI, I can just drag it over there inside the canvas, and now it should work basically exactly the same way. Let's make sure that I can pause, resume, works, pause, main menu, yes, really quick, there you go, back in the main menu, back in play, back in pause, main menu, nope, resume, that works, back to the main menu, okay, awesome. Okay, great, that's a nice pause menu. Oh, cool. Step 2, the meter on OBS Streamlabs. The red, yellow, green don't mean anything. For clipping, it's the full, yeah, being in the red isn't a real thing. Oh yeah, I know that. That is something that I learned quite a while ago. Because yeah, I was like, what does red mean? And yeah, it just means that I'm close to clipping. So yeah, that's kind of funny. I have a reusable asset for a pause menu already. Yeah, actually, that's one thing that I want to do on the update for my toolkit. I definitely want to make some of those super common things like a key rebinding menu, a settings menu, a pause menu, all of those things. Yeah, I definitely do. That is something I want to add on an upcoming thing because yeah, it is obviously definitely very useful. And yeah, this game jam, this one does allow reusable assets. So thankfully they do allow that. So yeah, thankfully that is very good. It's like you're putting fun on how fast you go. I mean, that's the thing. I always talk about the benefits of experience. And yeah, I've made 100 different main menus, 100 different pause menus. So yeah, when it comes to making things like this, then yeah, I can make them very quickly and there's no issues. But yeah, when it's something, if you want to see me struggle, you can go watch yesterday's live stream. Yeah, there you go, right here. Which took me quite a while to figure out how exactly do I save the belts, do I save the connections. That took me quite a while over here just thinking, just stopping, thinking to myself, and there you go, now I've got ads. But yeah, so if you want to see me struggle in real time, then yeah, definitely go watch yesterday's live stream, which was definitely quite tricky to come up with that. Ooh, 8 hours, 28 minutes. Okay. So, let's see how that is going. Share the source code. Would be nice, but I can't because, yeah, I'm using a bunch of third-party assets, so sadly, no. And the amount of effort it would take to remove those assets would be pretty difficult, so yeah, that would be quite tricky. Think about where to place enums. Do you keep them in another script or have a separate script to organize better? Usually that depends on how widely used that enum is. Like for example, over here for the game manager, over here the game state. This one is really only relevant for the game manager, so I like to put it here. But if this one was relevant to a bunch of other scripts, then yeah, I would make it in its own script without being a child of this one. So yeah, it really depends on how used it is and where exactly it's used. If it's only used in one place, then it makes sense to define that place. If it's used all over the place, it makes sense to be defined as its own thing. So yeah, very much a case-by-case basis sort of thing. Okay, so pause menu, that one is also done. Okay, so now a tutorial. And by tutorial, I really just mean ways to click on things, because I don't need a tutorial to say, click this button to place things. Rename those interfaces. I didn't rename the interfaces, but I did rename all the things, like for example, the belt. Over here. So yeah, the interface, they still, because they do make sense. An interface is, this is a belt output, so it outputs something, and then it's an input which receives something. So what I did rename was this, because I was naming of type belt output, but I was calling it belt input, because it was basically this belt's input was someone else's output. So this was of type output, but this one over here was called input. So that was the thing that was driving me crazy. So eventually I really just changed this name. So instead of calling it belt input, because it was technically this belt's input, I just called it from belt output. So that says, oh, so this is from something else, this other thing, this one is an output, and it's inputting into this one. And same thing for this. This belt output is basically where this goes onto. And I was calling it a belt output, but it makes no sense. I'm putting something on an output. No, because it's actually an input. So this way, it makes more sense. So from belt output, so that makes it clear. Oh, it comes from something which is a belt output, and then goes to something that is a belt input. So yeah, definitely I had quite a lot of issues with those interfaces. That was quite crazy. But yeah, with this, it definitely cleared my confusion quite a bit. Now this is, I feel, quite a bit more understandable. But yeah, it definitely took me quite a long time to try to figure out how on earth do I find a better name for it. And thankfully, after quite a while of thinking, I did manage to do that, yeah. So you use the field asset? Nope, I haven't used it yet. No, right now I'm still very much trying to make it work, make the game playable from start to finish. Okay, tutorial. What do I need for the tutorial? So for tutorial, so it's pretty self-explanatory that you click here. So I still need icons for all these things, but so it's pretty self-explanatory that you click over here and then click somewhere to place something. So that part doesn't need anything. Obviously, I'm going to be adding tooltips, which I'm pretty sure I have a tooltip in my toolkit, don't I? I think I do have a tooltip. Yeah, there you go. I got a tooltip. That's great. So I can use that tooltip. So in terms of things, I think just the belt. I think that's the only one. So okay, so it's on the belt, so I've got to have some kind of message on the start. So let's say some kind of tutorial message UI. Something like this. And okay, so now on this one, let me think, what exactly am I going to do? I think I'm going to call it from somewhere, so let's make a nice static instance. So I can easily get it, even though ideally I would make this decoupled from the rest. But for now, I think I'm just going to make it straight up. So on the belt building manager. So this one, I've got the state, okay. And then as I've got the state, so when you are activated, so I go into this one, lets you public void set message, string some kind of message. And over here, I'm going to have a serialized field, a private text mesh pro GUI for the message text mesh. So I've got this one of text equals the message. And over here, basically when I activate it, let's go on the tutorial message UI instance and show the message, set the message. And it's going to be click on build start point. I think that is better to use start and end point as opposed to inputs and outputs. Click on build start point, select build start point. I think that makes more sense. So select the build start point, and then when I select it, I go into this one. So select build endpoint. Okay, so the start and end points. If I use some colors, maybe, but for now, just like this. So on the tutorial message UI, let me add that one right there. And that one is going to need to recompile, so recompile that. Tutorial is skipping topic. Yeah, definitely do not look at these live streams as tutorials, because they are definitely not tutorials. I'm definitely focused more on just building this for myself and not really focus on trying to teach what exactly I'm saying. So yeah, there's definitely a very clear difference between making tutorials where someone is meant to understand what I'm doing and this where I'm just really just working by myself. But I'm online. But yeah, for the most part, especially for this, I mean, that's the thing. It's making tutorials is really awesome. I really enjoy making tutorials, but they are obviously, they take quite a lot of time, quite a lot of effort. And it's very, it's a lot more difficult to make something as a tutorial as opposed to just something by myself. If I'm just working by myself, I can work basically 10 times the speed. Whereas if I'm making a tutorial, things are quite a bit more tricky. How do I make it? Why are you? Oh, it is stretching. Just this one is not stretching. So stretch. And on this one, stretch like that. And put it roughly like that. Message text mix, also put it up. Yeah, I still have to make sure the game is playable on every resolution. That is still going to be interesting to test. But for the most part, I've got the message right there. Okay. So that is a nice message. You're not alone. Yeah. It is nice to be working with chat off to the side. That is definitely a fun thing. So probably show and hide. And with this, I can do game object, set active into false. And this one, game object, set active into true. Not this, true. And over here on private void start, on start, let me hide this one. And then on the set message, show and show it, yeah. But then, okay, that one says set message, but then when I cancel it, so when I reset state, let's go into this one and hide. And for some reason, I made it private, so that is why I can't do it. Okay, so I've got the tutorial message UI, which honestly, I think that is really the only message that well, no, I guess it would be nice to have a nice message in the beginning. Do I need a message in the beginning to explain how the game works? Because it's pretty understandable. I mean, if there's a bar in the middle, it's pretty understandable that bar is going down. But I guess still making a nice tutorial message in the beginning, that would be good. Although, why did that one not... was missing compilation? Maybe. Here's how many lines of code you wrote so far. I have no idea, but there's definitely, I mean, looking at this, there's definitely quite a lot of script over here. So I have no idea the amount. I don't know if Visual Studio, does Visual Studio actually, does it calculate code metrics? Does this work? Oh no, that was using, oh, all-in-one 3D, no, it's not. So I guess all of mine would be here, assembly C#. So is this complexity, depth of inheritance, lines of source code, 2500. Is that the thing? Lines of executable code, 800? No, that's definitely not the thing. Why is this one? Oh, what is executable code? Oh, I guess definitions aren't code. So I guess it's lines of source code. Is that it? Yeah, because this one 8 lines long, this save. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus the serializable 8. Okay, so that seems to be correct. So technically, it does appear that if everything is on this assembly, which I believe it is, yeah, everything else is asset inventory, my toolkit, something. So yep, everything should be in this one. So technically, I guess that means 2,500 lines of code without cutting white space and so on. So nice. That's a nice amount of code to write in. What is it, like 30 hours? Maybe less. I think yesterday I worked for like 16 hours. So yeah, quite a bit. 2,500 lines of code. That was fun. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Building something from scratch is really nice. Much better read into your thought process. Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is different. I mean, it's not great if you're trying to learn what I'm doing, but I guess to see the process, I guess it is interesting because yeah, it's definitely different watching someone work versus watching someone teach. Those are very, very different things. Why was the message showing by default? It shouldn't be. I think it was just the compilation didn't work. Okay, because yeah, now click on the belt. There you go. Select the belt start point. Select belt endpoint. Okay, great. Now select another belt start point, and it can be a socket or it can be an empty space. I guess that's the thing. Is that understandable? I don't know. And the sockets making them visible, that is going to be super tricky. But yeah. Okay, but yeah. So the thing is working, the pause menu, all of that is working, so all of that. Oh crap. No, cancel. What did I do? What did I click on? I don't know. Okay. Video tutorials in games. Yeah, I'm definitely a big fan of that. I definitely love that. Video tutorials in games. They need a lot of file size. Yeah, especially for WebGL. Yeah. Ooh, the problem with GFTK Game Jam, people complain the videos aren't loading. Ooh, that's rough. Yeah. Yeah, for WebGL, that definitely sucks. But for Steam PC games, yeah, I'm a huge fan of using nice videos for making tutorials. Those are very good. Just for making a simple tutorial sequence. I was thinking of a dictionary with a list of dialogues and vector 3 for the camera position, so it shifts around whilst explaining. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. Usually, for me, as simple as possible really just means a state machine. So I've got like an enum that contains tutorial stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and so on. And then I've got a switch that basically handles that logic. So on stage 1, move the camera to this position and play this dialogue. On stage 2, move the camera to this position, play this dialogue. And then I just have a function that says go to the next stage, and really just increments that enum, goes to the next one, and plays the next logic. So usually that's the easiest way that I know how to do a tutorial. It's very simple and it's very capable. It's basically what I use in my game, Dinky Guardians, and it does have quite a lot of complex scriptable tutorial logic. So yeah, usually making a state machine where each enum state is basically a different stage on the tutorial, and then you can do a switch and you can do whatever logic you want on each of those states. So usually that is very nice, yeah. Okay, what else do I need? So, tutorial. Do I need anything else for the tutorial? Is there anything that needs to be explained? Because like the buttons, the building, that one is pretty self-explanatory. Obviously that one still needs to be polished, but it's pretty self-explanatory. And then on the belt, yeah, the belt is the only one that's complex, because you got a start and end point. But like, okay, I gotta remove that one, because that one is clickable. That one should not be clickable. So on the background, make it not clickable. On message text mesh, make it also not clickable. Okay, good. So yeah, I think those work fine. So the belt, that one has the start as the endpoint, that makes sense. Obviously it needs the ghost, but other than that, it is quite nice. So that one goes from there to there. That one I can go from there to there. So yeah. So the ghost needs working, but for the most part, this is coming along nicely. So is there anything else that I need for the tutorial? Because again, do I need to explain that? I guess then I have a nice polished thing saying running out of time, counting down the timer, yes. But explain the balance mechanic. Yeah, because now it doesn't have the balance mechanic. Yeah, I realized that was not going to work. So yesterday morning, I basically just got rid of the balance mechanic. So now it's really just gather crystals and try to hold on as much as possible. So I guess maybe I could put like some kind of message just explaining the game idea. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. So yeah, because I gotta remember, this is a Game Jam game, so it needs to be explainable very, very easily. And usually text tutorials, those are not good, but I think over here that is probably the best approach. To just make a quick message, just the game rules UI. Just something super basic. I'm just going to show it, going to hide it, and after like the first, second, or third iteration, I'm not going to show it anymore. Right? Yeah, I think so. So private void, just basic show and hide functions. So just the usuals. Show and hide over here. Game object set active into false. Game object set active into true, and then public static game rules UI for the instance with a get and a private set, and then on private void awake instance equals this. So I do this, and on private void start, let's just hide this window. Okay, so that's good. And actually, no, actually this one is going to be visible, and I guess I can do a function timer that create the hide function, going to hide it after like 10 seconds. And then I'm going to modify this depending on which thing I do, right? Right, yeah, I think so. So basically I want the game rules UI. So I want this one right here. And for this one actually is going to have a size. It's not going to occupy the whole thing. So this one anchored on the top left corner. And inside, let's make a UI image for the background. For the background, let's put it in black. Just a little bit faded. Let's stretch to occupy the whole thing. Then let's put nice UI text. Call it the game rules. Put it in bold, down the center, down the middle. No thing, no overlaps. So put it right there. Game rules, game goal. I guess one of those makes sense. Like a yellow, green. The green looks good, I think, or maybe blue. Maybe blue. So I got this, and then the game rules without bold right here off to the side, and white, something like this. Put it over there, and over there, kind of like this. So what are the game rules? Place miners near resource nodes to gather resources, to gather crystals. Crystals are resources? I don't know. Place miners near resource nodes to gather crystals. Place a belt connected to a miner, and place a belt going from a miner to the time machine to deliver crystals. Blue crystals grant more time. Red crystals take away time. Buy upgrades to improve. Final goal: unlock all upgrades and survive a decay of -100. Okay, so that's about it. Like this, that looks about good. Now, how do I put this over here? Okay, let me stretch that one out a little bit more. So both these anchored on the top left corner. That one, put it kind of like this. I wonder if this is going to be big enough in a WebGL build. I hope so. Font size of 20. That seems decently good. Let's gather crystals, place a belt going from, well, actually, yeah, actually, there's no reason for me to be doing that. Let's go with the width and height. I can put it like this, and that way I can actually use the, yeah, let's use wrapping. Like that, it fits sort of like that. And I guess let me also add a nice little white bar image. Let me use a white pixel. Another pixel, let's put it in filled. Let's put it in a nice sort of blue. And filled horizontal, left to right, kind of like that. And for the image, let's put it right down the bottom. So put it on the bottom there. Actually, it should be the bottom, so it should be down right there. And put it quite a bit smaller, kind of like this. Basically just a nice little bar showcasing the timer bar. And game rules UI. So actually, private float timer, and timer equals something like 5f, or that might be to, well, I guess I'm going to modify it. Private void update timer minus equals time dot delta time. So if timer minus equals 0f, let's just hide this, and that's it. And for the bar, so let's go up here, make a serialized field, private of type image, unty, for the timer image. I've got this one, and then this one dot fill amount equals urge private float timer max equals 7f, timer max. Yeah, it doesn't, I hate how that doesn't work, so I gotta manually make sure that it's correct. Timer divided by timer max, so like this, fill amount, and that should be good. So that counts on the timer, and it hides it. So let me just make sure to recompile it, make sure that it works. What does get private set do? That is a property where you are making the get basically inherit the thing. So over here, the get has no access modifier, which means it inherits this one. So that means the get is public, meaning any other class in the entire code base can get this instance, but the set is marked as private. So only this class can set this instance. So for example, if I'm over here on the game manager, over here, if I access the game rules UI.instance, I can grab this one. I can do debug.log on this one in order to get it. That makes sense. That works. That's valid C# code. But if I try to set the instance equals null, that is going to give me an error because the set is actually locked. There you go. Because the set accessor is inaccessible. So by doing like this, basically you have the perfect accessibility that you want for the singleton pattern, which is you want only this script to be able to set this instance, but you want every other script to be able to get it. And by doing like this, yep, the set is private and the get is public, and it works perfectly fine. So yep, that's it. It's just a very simple way of implementing the singleton pattern, which works really nicely. Let me drag the timer bar like that and see if that one works fine. Punchy just put the tutorial on the floor. Oh, that could actually work. Put some text over there, but yeah, I think like this, it makes sense. The game rules. Biggest thing is they disappear. I should probably make a manual close, or does it make sense? I guess you should have some kind of game stats class. Game stats. Just to keep track of how many iterations I've gone through, because I'm probably going to need this. So static class game stats. So private int, private static int, iteration count. So basically, if I go on the upgrade scene or the game manager, yeah, I guess on game manager, I can go on the wait start on game stats dot public static void increment iteration count. Let's do it like this, and iteration count plus plus, and game stats dot not game state, game stats dot increment iteration count. So that one increases on that one, and public static int get iteration count, and over here just return the iteration count. So I can do that, and that way basically over here on the tutorial message UI, on this one, not this one, the game rules UI, okay, on this one. So basically on this one, on private void start, I go in the game stats, get the iteration count, and then if this one is bigger than, let's say, iteration 4, if so, make the timer max equals much smaller, like 3f, and timer equals timer max. And I also wanted to check, so if event system.current.is pointer over game object, can I actually get the game object that it's over? As soon as attached to, no. The current selected, no, I want the pointer game object. I can only check if it is over a pointer game object. Okay, so I guess like this. Basically, I want to pause the timer. Yeah, I guess like this, it kind of works out. So that, put that one on like 2f. So yeah, if you want to see that, then after 4 iterations, you can do that. If not, then yeah. That way the game rules, those are only visible if you really want them. Yeah. Oh, that's actually a good question. Yeah, put them in the pause menu. So that might actually make sense, yeah. Okay. I mean, like this, technically it's, because if I put my mouse over there, basically it pauses. The only issue is it also pauses if I go down here, which is not necessarily intended. But yeah, so I think like this is good. I just want to have a manual close button, and that should be fine. So let me make a UI, a button, the close button. On text, just a big red X. And on the close button, let me actually hide this image. Or no, put the image. Yeah, the image makes sense. Put it on a full black, then on text, put it on a full white. Full white or full red? Yeah, maybe full red. And put it quite a bit smaller, something like this. Over there on the corner, put it on the top right corner. And this one, the close button. So let's go on the game rules UI. And over here, let's make that. So let's make a button, close button. And on the close button over here, let's do close button on click, add a listener. And the listener, well, it's really just going to call the height function. So yeah, that's really about it. So basically, I can put the mouse over in order to wait for it and read the message, or I can press the close button and close it immediately. So yeah, good. So the player has more than enough time to read or not read, depending on whatever they want. And is the message correct? I don't even know if the message... Oh, forgot to drag the reference. Of course I did. Close button, put it right there. Okay. There you go, game rules, and like this, it is counting down time. Oh, interesting, it also stops on the on the world overlay. That's kind of fun. It definitely would be nice to have that a bit different, but anyway, so game rules, place miners, near resource nodes, gather crystals, place a belt going from a miner, there's a typo, to the time machine to deliver crystals. Blue crystals grant more time, red crystals take away time, buy upgrades to improve, final goal, unlock all upgrades, and survive a decay of 100, which I guess is maybe not explainable. What is the decay? But yeah, so usually I would use images, videos, and so on, but yeah, so I think like this. Based on that one, it's counting down for like 7 seconds. I can manually close it. And after like 4 iterations, then it should actually say that. Yeah, the tricky part is going to be basically to make the sockets very visible. That is going to be quite tricky. I'm not entirely sure how I can make that. That is going to be a tricky one, but yeah. Okay, so that one goes down. So that's iteration 3, I think. So after this one goes down, there should be another one. So yeah, there you go. That one is constantly going down with nice big decay. And there you go. Back into upgrades, back into the game. That one still has. So it's now on the next one that it should basically disappear in 1 second, which is more than fast enough for the player to put the mouse over if they want to read. But if they don't want, just let it go, let it disappear. It disappears in 1 second, which should be fine. Oh, Bali. Go back, and there you go. Okay, so maybe it's a little bit too fast. Maybe put it 1.5. Okay, but yeah, that looks good. So I've got the game rules. Oh, those are fun. Those are solid. That is good. Survive decay of minus 100. It's basically, that's how much the time value goes down per second. And the decay is constantly increasing, constantly getting worse and worse. So the goal is to survive when that one is at minus 100. So right now, over here in the beginning of the game, look at that, it starts on -5. So yeah, basically survive for a certain amount of time when that one is on minus 100, which means this one is going to go down by a massive amount, which means you need to feed it a massive amount of giant blue crystals in order to survive enough. That is kind of the idea. Yep, there you go. Yeah, I think adding the mouse on top, I think that makes sense. Yeah, putting the mouse pointer, yeah, I think that makes sense. Some games making rules their own menu outside the game, so menu is usually enough. Yeah, hopefully this is enough for people to read the rules, and if they want to ignore it, they can just ignore it. So I think for a game jam game, I think this is fun. Yeah. And the rules appear in the pause menu. Yeah, that's actually I could actually also put it on the pause menu as well. Okay, maybe I'll also put it on the pause menu. Just in case that one disappears and people want to see the rules before they see the next iteration, yeah, I guess they can go on the pause menu. I mean, it doesn't hurt to add it, so yeah, might as well. Because again, you always got to remember that players can get confused very easily, so yeah, it's your job as a developer to eliminate confusion as much as you can. which is tricky, but yeah, if you can eliminate confusion by just a little bit, then that helps. That goes quite a long way. So it's just annoying that I'm copying the text, so if I update it, I'm gonna have to come back here and remember. But anyways, again, that looks decent enough. So I've got the game rules. These right there. Okay, so I got the rules over there. I got the rules on the pause menu, so people should know how the game is played. And actually, there was a typo, wasn't there? Minor on the game rules. Okay, but for now, it's good enough. Again, I really got to remember that time is counting down. Less than 8 hours to go. So yeah, time is counting down, so I really got to make sure to do all this. So when it comes to the tutorial, I do think everything is solid. I think this game, how much will made? Well, $0. I mean, I don't even know if I will make this game. If I'll keep working on this after the game jam. If I don't, then make $0. And if I do, then who knows? So yeah, the goal with this one is very much just join the game jam, do something fun. It is not necessarily to make money, so yeah, that is very much not the goal. Okay, so when I go into the game over UI, time machine instance on that. So let me go on the tutorial message UI. On this one, let me also, so time machine instance on dead. Let me hook onto this one, time machine. When this one dies, let me just make sure to hide this one as well. So that one should not be visible. Okay, but yeah, I think in terms of local upgrades and survive decay of 100 seconds. I think that makes sense. So over here, it's pretty obvious to put this. Obviously, I'm going to have tooltips to display all the error messages, but in terms of the game rules, oh, I exited the belt and it did not hide the machine. Okay, so I gotta, it's on the belt building manager. Yeah, I guess it's on the building manager. On this one over here, when I set the building SO to null, no, because if I set it to something else, then this one should not. Okay, see, now I'm writing a bit dirty code. I've got connections all over the place. So yeah, now that I'm trying to go as fast as possible, yeah, now I'm definitely writing a bit more nasty code because tutorial message UI, this one should not be being called over here from the building manager. I should make some kind of thing to make it quite a bit better, but yeah, okay, so for now that works. Okay, select the belt start and end point, and I can place it, and the belt goes. So yeah, again, when it comes to tutorial, so everything seems pretty good. I'm gathering resources, run out of time, then go in the upgrades, and I feel this is all pretty self-explanatory. You've got a nice little upgrade window. You can go in, yeah, maybe move the window around so that it shows everything as opposed to just a few. And then I'm going to obviously have some tooltips saying, why can't I click on this? So, but yeah, I guess instead of game, it should say continue and should probably be down the middle. But yeah, for the most part, everything seems good. Okay. So let me just modify the button, put it saying continue, and modify the actual position for the camera to put it a little bit more facing where it should be. So for the camera controller, for this one, lift it up a little bit more. And for this one, let's default to, what is the maximum? Maximum is 50. Put on it, zoom out maximum of 50 and put it a bit like this. Okay, great. And for the canvas, upgrade UI for the game button, this one, let's put it right down the middle, actually. So let's put it on the center, on the bottom, right down the middle, make it a bit wider, and make it say continue. Ali, então. He just threw a box into the ground. Okay, anyways. Okay, so I've got the nice continue button. Then obviously when I polish, I'm going to make that all nice flashy jumping around so that it's very clear. Okay, you got to click on this to go there. But okay, so this seems to be all right. And on the game over UI, over there on the upgrades button, just make this just filmed, just because that one did not have it like I want it. But like this, that's good. It's out of time. Let me just add a nice little background black on this one. For the background, this one, put it sort of like this. Put it right up the center. And for the text, sort of like this. Just put it a little bit more black, saying out of time, like this. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so at least in terms of tutorial, I would say that is done. I would say the game is playable, right? Well, I guess I can ask all of you. So, do you understand what exactly the goal of the game is? I think it should be understandable. Yeah. Have any experience with UE5? Nope, I've never used Unreal. I've installed it like once or twice because I wanted to try it out, but never quite actually got the time to try it out. Oh, what happened there? Where did I... Oh, that cannot build belt here. Okay, so I probably clicked somewhere else. What are you drinking? Basic water. Controls. Oh, that's actually a good point. Should I mention the controls? I mean, it's just WAS and D, then mouse wheel to scroll, then clicks. So it feels like it's pretty intuitive controls. So that's why... But yeah, maybe I'll mention that. Yeah, again, you can never be too descriptive. So yeah. WASD, you move, scroll, wheel, zoom. That's basically the only control. So yeah, like that. Should work fine. Yeah, place the miners near resource nodes to gather crystals. Place a belt going from a miner to the time machine. I guess the question is it understandable? What is the time machine? I mean, there's really only one machine, so, or only one machine by default. So I think hopefully that is understandable. Wait time by upgrades to improve. Unlock all upgrades and survive a decay of -100. So the decay is the only thing that I think might be confusing to understand. Other than that, I think everything else is pretty straightforward, I hope. Just copy this, go into the pause menu, the rules, place them again. Okay, great. Okay. What shortcut do you press to look up a specific script? You can press on Control, comma. It basically shows this one. Then you can type in the name of the script, like the belt. And there you go. And then you see references to everything. So these are basically variables named belt. So usually look at this one that says either the project assembly or the one that says the C# class. And then you go into this one, and boom, there you go. Now I'm on this one. Now I want to go into the time miner. There you go. I'm on the time miner. Then I can bounce up, bounce down, and yep. So I talked about this and many others in the video that I made on the shortcuts. So yeah, over here. If you don't know the shortcuts that I use to be able to write code pretty fast, if you don't know, definitely do watch that video, because yeah, I do. Shortcuts are super useful, so I definitely encourage you to know your tools very well, and specifically know your shortcuts very well, because the difference between knowing shortcuts and not knowing, pretty big difference. Okay, so the end goal. The end goal. End goal, end goal, end goal. How do I put the end goal? So I guess I can put it over here. So I guess I can go public static bool has all upgrades. Basically return if the unlocked upgrade list matches the list dot count equals this count. So if I have all the upgrades on the list, And yeah, has all the upgrades right like that. Yeah, right. Okay. So private bowl has all upgrades. So this one over here, the upgrade system that has all upgrades. So I check if I have all of them, okay. And then on update, if has all upgrades, if I've got all of them, basically I want to check the time decay. So time machine instance, get the decay amount. Is that decay amount? Yeah, that's what I want. So float for the decay amount equals that. And I'm pretty sure I've kept it, right? But then I kept to 99 or to max decay, and max decay is 100. Okay, so it should be. So if max decay amount is bigger or equal to time machine dot max, let me make this nice and public. The max decay. So bool is max decay equals that one. And if is max decay, then let's increase. So I've got a private float max decay timer. And let's increase max decay timer plus equals time dot delta time. If I increase that one, then check if max decay timer, this one is bigger than our private const float max decay survive time. And survive for, let's say, 60 seconds. So if I survive for 60 seconds with max decay, then that's a game win. You win! Oh, crap. You win! Okay, awesome. I think that is correct. I feel that is correct. So this dot enable equals false, so I can stop this. And then I've got some kind of game win window. So public event handler on game win. And over here, I invoke this one right here. This event empty. Okay, so I've got the game win. If I have all the upgrades and I survive the max decay for that amount, yes. And this one, of course, resets on every single time. Okay, so that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. So let me put the max decay as quite a bit smaller just for testing. Let's put just 10. So if I survive that one, so debug.log, the max decay timer, and this one let's also put it smaller just for testing. And that one I should be able to tell debug.log, you win. Okay, so let's see if the winning is working correctly. There was an error? Nope. Let me reload, make sure everything does work correctly. Any tips for code that seems extremely messy right now? I mean, the best tip is really just refactoring. That is really it. Just anytime you find something, take the time to refactor. Which again, usually on a game jam, you might not have enough time to refactor, but usually on working on your own projects, that is the answer. So basically take some time to refactor and refactor as much as possible. Okay, so I'm going to press on T to unlock all my upgrades. Okay, and I'm going to grab a bunch of this stuff. So that one isn't going. Okay, I'm not going to gather those. So yeah, just gonna gather those. Okay, so now just that one is enough to survive. That kind of sucks. Because I wanna die right now because it only checks on the start. So go there, go back. Okay. Now that one is actually gonna increase by a very slow amount. But okay. So I gotta basically wait for that one for decay to increase to -10. I guess the thing is, decay is gonna take so long to get up there. I guess that's a tricky thing, yeah. We're handling the collector receiving crystals. Nope, there's no collisions, there's no physics. It is literally just a distance. So we're here on the belt. So the belt is the one that moves the objects around. And over here, as long as I got it connected to belt input, so a destination where the items are going to be added to, Over here, I really just check the reach position distance, so I check the endpoint, so the belt has a start and an endpoint, and it really just checks the distance between the current crystal and the endpoint. And if it is close enough, then basically just adds the crystal onto the target, and that's really it. So no physics, so that is why, at least right now, the game seems to be pretty performant, so that's fun. And with that, I win! Woo! Nice, that works. Okay, so the logic is working. That is cool. So all this is working, so I can put the max survive time at 60. Then of course I'm going to need some kind of display for that, but for the most part, yep, that is the max decay, that is that one. So you win, that is correct. I guess I should probably have a little you win menu as well. So let's do another empty for game win UI. Make this one, make it stretch to occupy the whole thing, and let me add a rect transform, reset the rect transform, and put it over there onto the side. And for this one, let's put a UI, an image, put it in white, slightly transparent white, stretch to occupy the whole thing, then put a nice little thing. So let me actually go on the game over UI, copy all of these really, go onto that one, even though they're actually not going to be well positioned, I don't think, but yeah. So background black, let me reset the X on that one. The height, that one should be good. This one, reset the X. This one, also reset the X. This one is going to be the main menu button. And this, instead of saying out of time, saying you win! Congratulations, you win the game. Let's put it in nice green, you win, then... Actually, there's no main menu. Why would you want to go to the main menu? Yeah, I guess if you want a game jam game, really, you win. Congratulations. So, just nice. Thank you for playing my game. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's put it in white, put it in something, actually put it in black since that one, the background is black. So, yeah, nice little you win, like that. Like that. This one is the background like this. Okay, so the game win. This one is right here. So let's create new mono behavior scripts. Put this. And on this one over here, so private void start. On start, going the main manager, the instance on game win. And let's hook onto this one, game manager. And on this one, private void show, and the usual private void hide functions. Game object set active, and put this one into false. And this one over here, put it into true. Then over here on start, hook onto that one and hide this window. And over here, let's show this window. And when I win, let me also go into time.timescale equals 0f, so I can pause the game. And that should do it. There are no buttons, no nothing, just a message. So once you win, then you win. So let me actually make it, put this one again, put it on -10, this one over here on +6, just to test and see if the win logic is working, which it should be working because it's actually very, very easy. Yeah. It's from someone learning Unity coming from Java. Well, it should be very easy. Oh, I forgot to add the script. It should be very easy considering how C# is very, very similar to Java. I actually did. I knew more Java than C# back when. Technically, I learned C# when I was in high school, so I learned a little bit, but didn't really learn too much. And then in college, I learned a little bit more about Java, so I definitely was more used to Java. And then when I first moved into Unity, yeah, that knowledge was very helpful in being able to, let me unlock everything. That knowledge was very useful in being able to convert that knowledge into C#, which was very easy considering how C# and Java, those are actually very, very similar. So if you know Java, you will very easily pick up C#. So yeah, you don't really need any special tips. You will just very quickly pick it up, which is fun. That is awesome. Okay, upgrades, go back, continue. I've got them all. Let's make them minor so I can just do that. Now I got to survive the decay at 100. Yeah, I guess once you have all the upgrades, or close to all the upgrades, I guess I'll make a different UI menu showing all the different things, showing how close you are from winning the game. I guess I'll do something like that. So we're working on the UI. That one's 7.5, that one is 8, almost like that. When menu should direct people to your channel. Yeah, I'll probably add some links. Should be fun. Yeah, it should be fun. This man created a million scripts in one day. Yeah, definitely it has been a very productive few days. Look at that, I'm on 10, so I just gotta survive for like 6 seconds. There you go, you win! Woo! Nice, that works. Thank you for playing my game. I hope you enjoyed it. That is cool. Okay, so I got a nice win scenario, so that is cool. So yeah, I looked just a while ago, actually, because someone asked, and code metrics results, and now it's not showing. But yeah, it was basically 2,500 lines of code written in about 25 hours, something like that. So yeah, definitely very productive 2 days. So those have been, it's been interesting, yeah. Why didn't you use splines for the belts? Just because it would be too needlessly complex. So yeah, if it was a more complex game, something that I was working on for a long time, yep, I would probably do that. In fact, what I would probably do is more like use a proper grid system, because I don't like factories with like nice, sharp lines, things like that. I don't like those. So I would probably use that. And if I continue working on this game, maybe that's what I will do. But for the most part, yeah, for the most part, did not use splines just because A, I'm not a big fan of curved things, and B, I'm on a massive time pressure to finish this. So yeah. Okay, so the end goal, I would say that's it. Yeah, I've got the end goal done, so you can now actually play the game from start to finish. Honestly, I'm even surprised, because it seems like in terms of logic, this is working. I'm trying to think, is there something that I'm missing? Something obvious? And I don't think so, because I do think the game is fully playable from start to finish. Obviously, it needs a ton of visual polish, but in terms of the actual logic, Did you sleep? Yep, I definitely did sleep. Yeah, I would not be able to function without sleeping. So yeah, even though yesterday I did work until super late, I worked until about 11 p.m. So yeah, by then my brain was no longer working. So yeah, I worked until 11, then I went to bed, and then I woke up. Actually, I woke up pretty early, mainly because my dog was dying to go to the bathroom. So he was very active. He wanted to go outside. So this morning I woke up at 5:30. So definitely a bit earlier than I thought. So I did sleep 6.5 hours, which was nice. Yeah. Going to turn to the main menu, so it's not taking down. I mean, the thing is, if I put it just on the main menu, people are going to forget about it. So yeah, and if people don't click on the pause menu, then they won't remember that it's right there. So yeah, why you didn't polish? Well, that's the goal right now. That is the goal right now. Yeah. On the film on live streams, did you do some offline? Oh yeah, I definitely did some offline, like live streams. I think yesterday I did like 5-6 hours, and I worked like 16 or 15. So yeah, definitely did quite a bit of work offline, because yeah, I cannot keep my voice talking for like 15 hours straight. So yeah, I definitely did a little bit. Definitely force pause while tutorial is open. I don't know. I want to err on the side of showing the rules way too much as opposed to showing them way too little. So yeah. So because of that, I think I'm gonna keep it like this. I do agree it becomes a little bit annoying, but hopefully with the X and by it disappearing after 1 second, hopefully that becomes like that. Because, okay, this one needs a background. Because I really want to err on the side of showing too much as opposed to showing too little. Because yeah, I want to avoid players getting confused. I want to put the background black, in a black, more something stretch just down right there, and for the height put it quite a bit smaller. See, pause, and then for the game rules, this one also put it a black, kind of like this. This one, yeah, this one do not stretch, just put it like that, and actually put it down the center, which means that one is actually not centered. So let me actually center that one a little bit. Okay, good. Game rules, those are useful. You can start the game pause. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one, actually. Okay, I'll think about that, because that might be good. That might be good. That might be good. Okay, anyways, yeah. We're still streaming. Yeah, I'm trying to stream as much as possible. Okay, so yeah, so far, honestly, I'm surprised that it seems to be going well. Yeah, of course, still got a lot of work to do with ghosts, polish, and so on, but at least it feels like the game is playable from start to finish. It feels like it. And tips for polishing games. Just add all kinds of tiny animations, tiny effects, tiny sound effects, tiny VFX, tiny all kinds of things. Just add all of that everywhere you can find. That is basically what polish is. Like over here, this button should really move around when I place the mouse over. Right now, it is not polished at all. That is just, it does not move, does not do anything, so that is not good. So yeah, it's really just, yeah, the asset feel, that is really awesome. Definitely a recommendation, definitely what I'm going to be using. Because yeah, it does help by quite a bit. Okay. So yeah, so that's the time machine. So yeah, basically start by mining some things. Actually, maybe I'll need a different... I'm still thinking about the still thinking about the tutorial. Let's go on the building manager, the game manager. Where's the game manager? Game manager over here on start. Let me do tutorial message UI. Let me show or set message. Now, set message. Start by gathering red crystals and deliver them to the time machine. This one probably needs a new line over there. And yeah, then as soon as I do some building, that one is automatically going to, oh no, yeah, I forgot something. It's over here only if the game stats dot get the iteration count equals 1. So only on the first level, I'm going to say start by gathering down. Okay. Are you able to create your own field asset? Sure, you can create any asset you want, but it's going to be... Okay, why did that one not show up? Because I'm hiding it. So I'm gonna do a nasty trick. So I'm pretty sure this one is correct. I think I'm gonna have to do a nasty trick. It's nasty, but it works. So yeah, I guess so. Just like this guy, I'm pretty sure it is showing and then just hiding it automatically. Click on play. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it does say 1, so it is showing and hiding automatically. So yeah, function timer. It's really just a issue with code timing. So let's put it on 0.1f or 0.2f or even 0.4f just to show after a few seconds. Oh, because I clicked on the right. Okay, so yeah, that was the issue. Okay, so there you go. I just found another bug. So time scale. Got to reset this into 1, otherwise the whole thing gets messed up. So I reset that one, then I show the other one. And on the message, that one actually needs to be needs some auto sizing. Otherwise, it is not going to work. Either auto sizing or actually go on the message itself. So the tutorial message UI. Let me increase the size on this just slightly, just like this. That should be good. So main menu scene like that. Let's see. Nearly done with the game. Nice. Can't set on the menu look. Yeah. I still don't know what is the name that I'm going to come up with. It. Actually, I think I have an idea for the name. So yeah. We'll start by gathering red crystals and deliver them to the time machine. Okay, so I think that one should show up on top of the game rules, but in terms of showing it, I think that is good. So show it over there, and the pause menu should be above everything else. The question dialog should also be above everything else. Then those at the bottom, game over, also roughly over there. Yeah, okay, so I think that ordering makes sense. Message, make it a little bit darker. Like this. Guess I'm making a physics break has to check if an enemy sees the player but it isn't detecting it. Well, check the layer mask, check those things. Start by gathering red crystals and deliver them to the time machine. Okay, that is a good tip. So I place that one, then I place the belt, and there you go. Oh, right, I also need to teach that the right menu is the canceling. So I think, yeah, so, okay, so maybe it's time to polish up over here the building manager UI. So I've got the demolish button. Let me actually make another one that's going to be the arrow button. Basically is nothing, so this one just say arrow. And this one over here, I think this one I've got way too many buttons. That is going to be a bit tricky. I got to come up with the icons for all of those. But yeah, so on the building manager UI, over here, let me make another one for the arrow button. And basically on this one, the arrow button on click, got a listener. And the listener is going to be building manager dot instance and basically cancel building. So over here, public void cancel building, and canceling, I'm pretty sure just means that. Setting down into 0, that's the same thing as the right mouse button. Okay, so that's good. Because that part was not explained. So like this, okay, like this, that should be good. And now, basically over here inside this one, I actually need a selected, so that makes sense. And then I need an icon, so a UI image, stretch it to occupy the whole thing. And now I'm going to need to come up with an image for this. So that's going to be tricky. So that means I need icons for all the buildings. So let me do that. So icon arrow. Actually, didn't I have an arrow? I did have an arrow. Let me actually just grab this one. Even though, don't I? Yeah, I guess I'll go into my sprites that I have and start populating this with a bunch more sprites. So sprites, PNG, can I find an arrow sprite somewhere? Yeah, there you go, the cursor. That one is probably good. I'll go on the icon arrow, put my nice little cursor like that. Okay, so that's me icon arrow, which over here on the arrow button. So this one's going to have the icon arrow like that. Yeah, like that, and without the text. So I no longer need the text. Let me hide the text and put it like that. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so I gotta come up with icons for all of the... Oh, actually, oh yeah. I forgot. I forgot that I didn't make icons, I didn't make visuals just yet. So icon for the belt, icon for the miner, and then I don't have icons for all the other ones. So yep, I definitely, how on earth am I going to make those? Now comes the hard part, coming up with all the visuals. That is going to be the tough part, demolish. Okay, demolish icon, I'm pretty sure I have some kind of demolish icon in my previous games. So I gotta find, how do I find, maybe in Blueprint Tycoon, does this one have a demolish? I'm pretty sure I do have a demolish somewhere. I just gotta find it. The main menu, no. Miscellaneous, no. Overlays, no. Tile set, no. GIFs, no. Interface, okay, should be here. Okay, got a bunch of interface buttons. Those are nice. I don't have a demolish. Is it over here? Okay, it's over here. Got a nice little, nice little icon. It's always fun when I draw some icon, and then here I am. So this game was made in what, 2015, 2016, and now here I am like 9 years later and I'm reusing some icons, so that's fun. Look at that, all these icons that I drew many years ago, and now here they are. Okay, so I don't think I need any more of these icons, at least not for now, so let me close them off. Okay, so for the belt, I can actually grab the belt because that is one of the ones that I did make. Where's my prefabs? My prefabs for the belt. Let's go inside this one. Ah, crap. Am I going to be able to take a screenshot at the right time? Go. Oh, did I get it? I think I got it. I think I actually got it. That was impressive. That was actually impressive. I think I got it. There you go. Nice. Okay. So, okay. Let's go like this. Merge them. Go into the icon for the belt. Put it like this. Why is that one? Oh, it's slightly transparent. That's annoying, but I can just duplicate it to make it a little bit more, so that makes sense. Yeah, let's add the thing, add the outline and all of those without the color overlay. Just like this. So I've got the icon for the belt, that's good. And the icon for the miner. So let me go inside the miner. Where's the time miner? Right there. Trying to find this machine. Actually, this one looks strange. I don't know why scene view looks so strange over there, but the others look much better. Oh, icons, right. Yes, sorry. Let me check my email. Okay, I think I found it. Okay. Oh, I got a null ref. What did I get a null ref? Oh, because I forgot to drag that one. The arrow button. Ah, crap. Go on, repaint for the arrow button, right like there. And I already forgot what did I want. All right, take a screenshot of the thing. Okay, that's good. So let me, wait, do I get a null? No, okay, that one is gone. So let me place a miner. Let me pause the game so that I can look in scene view. Let me see the time miner. It is right here. So let me hide everything else. Grab the time miner, move it off to the side, and then over here on this one, I'll move the camera by a little bit. The camera kind of like this, but actually put it off to the side, rotate it a little bit. Okay, good, like this. So that's the miner. Okay, so this is the miner. Onto this one. Place the miner, remove the background. Make sure that I removed correctly. It did. It's quite impressive how Photoshop is so good at removing the background. Again, some people sometimes hate AI, which I can understand, but this is an example of super useful AI. How previously it was a nightmare to try to get rid of a background of something, and now it is so much easier. Really just press a button, and usually, most times, it works super well. So yeah, that's definitely an example of how AI can be a very, very good thing. Very, very good thing. Okay. Let me open up my textures folder. Okay, so let me see what's here. Are these like crystal materials? Okay. Oh, that looks really good. Nice. Did you manually draw all this? What is this? The clock. Oh, that's an interesting clock. Okay, with separated hands. Okay. And for the conveyor belt, oh, maybe I'll try using this one as opposed to the other one. Maybe that. I don't know. I think it might be too complex, too confusing, but still, let me try it out and see. Create welcome backups for this project. Actually, no, I haven't created any backups yet, so yeah, I don't know. Okay, let me see if that one becomes too complex or not, because I've got the belt, the arrow right here. So if I take one of those conveyor belts, if I add this texture, does it look good? Okay, I like how it looks. I think it might be maybe too dark. I don't know, honestly. I don't know. I think the texture looks really good, but it's perhaps too visible. But perhaps maybe like this, just nice and subtle. Perhaps this can look good. Does this look better than just flat out? Honestly, I don't know. That's always my issue. So I do like the texture work. The texture looks nice. And like this looks very simple. Actually, I think the texture, I think that one looks a bit better. Okay, so yeah, so I think texture, yeah, I think that one might look a bit better. Like this, so it still says the arrow. It is not too drastic, but yeah, like this. Okay, that's good. So yeah, so that one fits well. What other ones? Can't touch to brighten it. Okay, but yeah, like this, just lowering the alpha, that one seemed to do the trick. Nice crystal icons. Okay, those are cool. Some nice gears. Okay, I'm not sure how we'd use those. And the ground. Okay, because a while ago it took me a while to find this ground texture, so yeah. Machine parts. Oh, nice. Is this like a it's like a time machine. That is really good. Did you draw this? That is some really good art. I really like it. That looks really good. Nice, yeah. Great job on that. That definitely looks very good. For the menus buttons. Okay, quite a lot of stuff over there. Meters, various meters. Okay. Trying to think of how can I use all these. Everything. Oh, so that is awesome. So congrats. That definitely looks very good. The outputs, the processed materials. Okay, so for the various icons. Okay. Okay. So I do like these meters. Some of these might... Okay, for things that are more than that, those are good. And for the menus, okay. I'm trying to think, because I do like the style, but it's very steampunk-ish, which is definitely interesting, but the rest of the game is very much going for more of a sci-fi vibe, so I feel like it might be a bit too... Yeah. This is amazing, the way they connect with this arrow animation. I mean, the arrow animation is just a very simple shader that I made in like 10 minutes just a while ago on the live stream, so yeah, there it is. Just this, a very, very basic shader. So basically you've got a base map, so you've got the normal texture, then you've got some kind of speed variable, and you got the Y tiling. So basically use the tiling and offset node. That is basically how you can multiply it. And that one is basically just a variable because that has to be dynamically set based on the size of the actual conveyor belt. And then movement speed, that is really just using the time node multiplied by a certain move speed and being applied over there on the offset. And that is basically how the texture is constantly scrolling. And then on the for setting the tiling in node, let me just show why that's important. Oh, I didn't make any changes. So if I make a belt, if I put a belt like this, look at how it's like that. But if I don't set the tiling and offset node, so if I just go on the belt over here, so I've got the belt instance, and there you go. You've got this certain Y tiling. If I set it to default of just 1, if so, then yep, look at that. Basically, the whole texture is stretched out. So basically, I need to dynamically check the distance, check the size of this mesh, and basically using that, I can apply over here the Y tiling. So if I apply it to something like this, and there you go. Now that one basically repeats as much as it should be. How do you calculate the tiling? It is literally just that, just the distance between the start and this endpoint. So let me grab my belt visual script. So yep, here it is. So first of all, it creates a new instance of the material so that I can modify, so that I can have multiple different belts, and each of them has different material. And then it is literally just this. So basically, first of all, I calculate the distance between the start and the end point on the belt. So the start and end, calculate the distance between those two. And then really just set the float, set that float onside the shader, set to the distance multiplied by 0.5, just so that it's not doubled. And yeah, just like this, it works perfectly fine. I got the belt. So I can have belts that are super long, belts that are super short, and that thing is going to be dynamic. So whatever size belt I have, so if I have a super long belt, yep, that one looks perfect. If I have a very tiny belt, yep, there you go. Since the whole thing is based on distance, just like that, it can very easily work quite nicely. So yeah, you just can use simple rotation. That is cool. Okay, that is nice. Okay. Yeah, thank you for that art. Let's see how I can use it. Okay, so right, so I think in terms of, okay, I gotta do the ghosts. Yeah, the ghosts are pretty important, so I guess I will do the ghosts. Especially the ghosts for the, okay, the ghosts in the sockets, those are absolutely crucial, so I guess I'll work on those right now. Yep, the ghost, that's basically the building that shows up as you are building the actual building. So for the ghost, actually I can just get a simple ghost material. So the ghost material part, that one is easy. I just go make a nice blue material for the ghost material. So it's going to be just a simple blue. It is going to be transparent and slightly transparent. And then for the building manager, on this one I already have the ghost transform. So I spawn the ghost transform. Yep, there you go. Then for each mesh render in the ghost transform dot get components in children of type mesh render like this. So I cycle through all those, and then up here I've got a material, ghost material. Got this one right here, so I set that one. I cycle through all the children, mesh render dot material. Ah, damn it, dot material equals this ghost material. So just like that, it should put the material on most of the ghosts. The big difference is going to be the belt. The belt ghost is going to be a super tricky one. The belt ghost and the sockets. How exactly am I going to visualize the sockets? That is going to be tricky, but yeah. Oh, I didn't assign it. That is why it's in purple, which shouldn't be purple. So let me go. I gotta find the building manager. Building manager. Where's my building manager? On the main, I've got the building manager. And let me add the ghost material right there. Okay, so that should be good. Yep, so anyways. Okay, crap, out of time already. There you go, so nice little ghost material. I think it should be a little bit more dark. So on the ghost, let's increase the blueness by a tiny bit. But yeah, that's it. So that's the ghost material right there, and that works. And on the belt stays like that. And for the belt, it is going to be very custom. But yeah, there you go. So that's the ghost material. And of course, I still need the tooltips to make sure things are going wrong. So let me actually go up here with the tooltips. I've got to make those, but yeah. Right, then the upgrade visuals, that is going to be a tricky one. Upgrade visuals, yep, but yeah, for the ghost, there you go. I've got the ghost visual, so I can place it. And there you go, right there. Now place that one, and it works out quite nicely. Okay, great. So now for the belt ghost, that is the one that is going to be tricky because basically it has to be dynamically moving around. So that is going to be a very tricky one. So on the ghost transform, if that one is not null, and the active building SO does not equal the belt, because I don't want the normal ghost for the belt. So for the ghost for the belt, let's go. Yeah, it's basically over here on the activate. So this one is going to need to have a ghost. Belt building manager, yep, private transform, ghost transform. So this one is going to have a ghost. And it's kind of going to have the same thing. So over here on the activate, so I'm going to create that one. So create the ghost prefab. So game, I can go in the game assets, instance for the building SO, get the belt and get the ghost prefab for the belt, spawn it on mouse position like that. Except I'm not going to spawn it, I'm only going to spawn it afterwards, right? Yes. So it's only when I click, only when I place it. Okay, so it's over here that I do spawn the ghost, okay? And I set the ghost material, so let me actually assign the ghost material as well. Material, ghost material. So I assign that one, okay. So I spawn the ghost transform, and then afterwards I have to check, so if ghost transform different from null, And actually, it is not going to be spawned on the mouse position. Nope, it is going to be spawned on the start position. So just like that, that one is not going to follow the player. No, instead, I need to calculate the size of it. And the size is going to be on the belt setup, not the setup, it's on the belt visual. Okay, we have way too many tabs open. Let me close these. On the belt visual. So it's kind of like this. Yeah, that's really what I need. Yeah, I get the belt start and end point, which actually I do have the start and end point. Okay. So if the ghost transform is not known, then I gotta make sure to destroy it. So once I activate or deactivate on the reset state, so if this one is not null, let me just destroy it. So destroy this one, that game object. Okay, so I destroyed the ghost, so that handles the cleanup. But over here, so I've got the start point and I need the end point. So vector 3 for ghost end point equals, and so over here that I'm going to go into the mouse position plane that get the position. Okay, so that's the endpoint. So I take the ghost transform and I'm going to look at the ghost endpoint. Look at that. Okay, and then for distance, it's the start point, the start position. Okay, start position for the ghost endpoint. Let me actually rename this ghost end position just to make sure it matches. And then I take this guy right here, that transform, modified local scale. This one's actually also already transformed, so there's no need for that. Put the same local scale, same Y, same distance. Okay, is this it? This might actually be it. Let me reload, make sure that it does work, and let's try it out. Need audio assets for that. Oh boy, that is going to be tricky. I hate working with audio, so yeah, I'm going to look into the packages that I have, try to do audio, because yeah, I gotta say, I really dislike doing audio, so yeah, I'll have to quickly try to figure something out. What was I doing? Oh right, I gotta go into the belt building manager, gotta get the material, the ghost material, assign it right there. Okay, so now if I place ghosts, it should spawn the ghost and it should actually move around. And hopefully, that works. Ghost, grab it, click on the ghost, click to play. Oh, okay, I don't know why that one flashed, but okay, so that one is, that's the issue right there. But it does seem to be, actually it seems to have basically double the size, so that's a bit strange. Why does it have double the size? I'm not sure, but yeah, so I need to have a proper thing for the ghost. So let me go on the scribble object, my building for the belt. I've got the belt ghost. And it's this one, which does contain the belt visual. Aha, because I put the belt visual inside the visual. No, but that one is 1-1. Okay, but let me still copy this just to make sure that I have it set up exactly as it should be. This one should be on 0-0. This one has no belt visual. So, okay, the belt, which has belt visual on 0-0-0, that makes sense. And for the belt ghost, also put it like that. Okay. So let's see if this one is scaling from the edges or if it is scaling from the middle. It needs to scale from the edges. The middle should work just fine. There you go. Okay, look at that. It is working. There you go. Click. Boom. Nice ghost. Okay, that's awesome. So I can place down a mining thing. I can place the ghost, go there, and there you go. I am currently seeing the ghost, so I currently see what do I want to click. And if I click on this, it doesn't work, which is intended, because that one cannot collide with another one. But if I click in place, there you go. It works. All right, awesome. So the ghost for this one is working out quite nicely. Okay, I gotta remember that I still need the crafting machine visuals. Crafting machine, or just machines visuals, because I still need visuals for all of those. But yes, so the thing right here is working quite nicely. I can go, I can continue, come back, everything works. I can place down some... I still don't know why that one is flashing. Why are you flashing? It's like when that one is too tiny. Look at that. Why? Why do you do that? What on earth? What is this? I mean, the thing is that it's too small, but why is it... Why does something being too small, why does it make it go crazy like that? Why? Why would this make it like that? Yeah, basically it's got a Z of 0. Why does a Z of 0 make this? I don't know. But simple fix. So I don't know why, but distance equals math f dot or if crap. If distance under 0.1f, distance equals 0.1f. So yeah, or 0.1f, that's more than enough. So yeah, no idea why that is happening. Why does a z of 0 mess up with, I'm guessing it's bloom, so I don't know why that is happening, but anyways, I guess it is a real ghost. I guess so. Yeah, now I click it, so now it has a guaranteed minimum, so now it no longer has that. So yeah. Yeah, it's definitely bloom, but yeah, apparently bloom breaks if something has a z of 0, a scale z of 0. So yeah, definitely very, very strange, but anyways, it works. Okay, great. So that's the ghost for the belt, which was good. Now what do I need? I think I need, well, I need all these visuals, so that is going to be tricky, reworking that window. That is definitely going to be quite difficult. And then... Yep, you can make the ghost red when colliding with different... Yep, that's definitely the goal. And now I'm thinking, do I work on that right now, or do I work on other more important things? Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the super chat. Oh, right, because I don't have my overlay. I forgot to enable that one. I forgot to enable my overlay. Where's my overlay? I just need the live chat ID so I can read from it. And let me see if I still have quota, because yesterday I live streamed for way too long, and basically my live chat window basically ran out of quota. Change the monitor. There you go. So yeah, thank you so much, Zenden, for the super chat. Hey, are you reading super chats? Well, I am now. Thank you. A question that I'd like to ask, in your opinion, obviously, best regards. Yeah, sure. Just go ahead, ask whatever question you want, and I'll try my best to answer. Did you fix the belt jamming? Do you mean the for the things to basically stack up? Basically, I use just basic math. So basically, I keep track of all of the crystals that are currently inside of it. So on the belt, I basically keep track of all the crystals that are inside, and I create a list of floats, which is basically the distance from the start point where that crystal is. And basically, I then just use those floats in order to see, okay, so this crystal is on position 1.3f, or rather on the distance of 1.3f, distance from the start point. And then I've got this one, a distance of 1. Can I move this to the forward? No, because it's way too close to that one. So the math between that one and that one, if it is shorter than the distance between the crystals, then basically don't move this guy. Keep moving all the other ones, but not this guy. So yeah. So it was something that took quite a lot of time in order to think, how exactly am I going to make this work? But yeah, using this, it worked out quite nicely. So basically, they only move if they can move, and they don't move after all. So it doesn't use physics. It is super fast, super performant, and yeah, basically the items can get to the end, and yep, there you go. They do stack up like that. And if I now add something, if I click and I go, and there you go. Yep, that works out nicely. So yeah, goes to the end, and boom, there you go, filling up all of those. Okay, so that's good. All right, so next, I gotta think in terms of priority. Gotta think, what are the things that I need to do? At current pace, do you think he'll finish it in time? I think so. I mean, considering how if it ended right now at 5 p.m., if it was literally 48 hours, then no. But thankfully, the game jam is actually like 50 hours. So it is not exactly 48, so there's still 7 hours to go. So yeah. In 7 hours, do I think I can finish this? Yes, I think so. I mean, right now I already have something playable from start to finish, so yeah, basically adding a bit of polish, a bit more things, and it should work quite nicely. Apply your theme to Visual Studio. My eyes are bleeding. Sorry, but I can't, because if I make Visual Studio on dark mode, then my eyes start to bleed, and if my eyes start to bleed, then I can't really work. So yeah, that's a tricky one. Yeah, that is really hard to fix, is it? Need my enemy to continuously move towards the player when seeing him until the player hides. But it's not working. What isn't working? If you want to identify if the enemy can see the player, then yeah. If you're using physics, just do a raycast. If the player goes behind the wall, the raycast is going to fail. So you constantly do the raycast. As soon as the raycast fails, then basically just count down a timer and see, I saw the player X seconds ago. You constantly increase that timer by time.delta time. And if after a while, if it goes past like 5 seconds since the player was last seen by the enemy, then you just switch the enemy back into like roaming around state, patrolling state, and basically they just stop chasing the player. But yeah, for the most part, that's it. Just a raycast. Try to find, can I see the player? If the player's behind the wall, it will say false, and then you do whatever logic you want. Yeah. Can you use Unity record saves transparent PNGs? Oh, interesting. Yeah, YouTube removes all links, so yeah, never post a link because the whole thing really just breaks. Yeah. Right. Okay. So what do I need to do? I don't know. I'm working 7 hours straight. Probably not. I mean, my voice definitely cannot handle 7 hours straight, so I guess I'll still stream for like 1 hour more, then do a bunch of work off stream, and then when I go to submit, then I'll come on stream again. I think that's gonna be my plan. Yeah. Use raw gizmos to draw the ray. Yeah, that is definitely a very good tip. Use the raw gizmos in order to make sure that the parameters you're using for the raycast actually match what you think you are. Because usually you've got an issue where the start point isn't where you are, or the end point isn't where you are, or the rotation is somehow off, or somehow it's way too high and way too low, or somehow the layer mask, that is the one that is wrong. So yeah, there's plenty of things that could happen. The first time I saw it, I thought you code in the old version of Unity because of the light theme. Oh, that's funny. I can definitely understand that. Yeah, I definitely understand that it's a psychology thing. But yeah, for me, that's very much the thing that I want. Why do you hit the button on the head? Because it's easier to close it like this as opposed to using my hands. And my hands are slightly dirty, whereas my head is not as dirty as my hands. So yeah. I guess it's for upgrades, suggesting use recording save time. Oh yeah. Yeah, that is probably good. Although for the upgrades, I think I'll just use some kind of, probably some AI thing to come up with icons for all these, because I'm definitely not going to draw icons for all these, because that would be pretty insane. Anyways, okay, so what is the next task? Okay, I guess that's it. I guess I gotta make the icons for those, which means I gotta set up the visuals for all of the other machines. So the crafting machines, how on earth am I going? I think I'm just gonna make one machine and then really just add the icon for the thing on top. I think that is gonna be the easiest thing. Because, yeah, so for the crafting machine, yeah. How do I come up with some kind of machine visual? That is gonna be a tricky one. It's gonna be a very tricky one. Okay, so let's sort this out. These are all, yeah, these are all like that, so yeah. You can take this crap, where are you spawning over there? Over there, something like this. Okay, so let's open up, once again, let's open up the asset inventory and try to find some assets. So, the strategy of a while ago, that strategy was working quite nicely. The strategy of looking for the sci-fi packages and looking inside of those for something that looks like a crafting machine. Let me look at one of these. Okay, these are realistic, so those are probably way too big. Sci-fi UI, sci-fi engineer rooms environment. I'm guessing this one is not going to really have anything. Okay, it doesn't even have, okay, so no, let's ignore that one. Sci-fi weapons. This one probably doesn't really have, well, it doesn't have it. Oh, materials. I don't want materials, I want prefabs. Okay, it just has one prefab. Okay, so let's ignore this one as well. Modular weapons and turrets. Why is this one not showing anything? This one definitely does have prefabs. Is it because it's not cached? Not cached currently. Download the asset. It's updated in the cache. It was recommended to delete it. And okay. Anyways, but the Cinti ones, these thankfully were working. Open in search. Okay, let me search for prefabs. Okay, this one looks good. Looks nice and sci-fi. Hate when the editor doesn't show previews. Yep, that is definitely something that I very much hate. Okay, so this one has some nice boxes. I like boxes. And a foundry. That looks good. SM collector, whatever that is. Let me grab this foundry. Let me see what this one is like. Try to see. Okay, that looks good. Looks pretty massive, but yeah. What is this object? I don't know, but I like it. Okay, I think it's definitely way too massive for a crafting thing, because if I make it too small, then it becomes way too tiny and looks a bit strange. It's a bit too rectangular, but I do like the style, so I think I do like this. I do like this one. Craft table, bench, yeah, but I think those are going to be very... because I want to really get mostly a building and then just add things onto it, as opposed to starting with something way too small. So I think I want to something more complex like that. But I do like how these look. I don't like this style, at least. This one over here. That one, okay, what is this? Kind of looks like a arcade machine. Okay, so that one definitely looks interesting. So yeah, I guess this could be... so I guess, do I want it to be very visible or not very visible? Or very big or not very big? I guess I don't want it to be too tall. I do want it to be sort of squarish. Maybe if I put it kind of on the side. Maybe like this looks like an interesting top side. No, the antenna really needs to be popping up. See those side by side. Yeah, I was thinking that. I was thinking put that on the side, but then it might look too strange. But I think maybe since there's this round piece here, maybe I can put like two pieces kind of like this, and then figure out something else to put over there on the side. And this one, could I put this one on the middle over here, or is it gonna look too strange? Okay, I think it's gonna look way too busy. Yeah, especially over there. Honestly, it doesn't necessarily look too bad. On my Steam page yesterday. Oh, that's awesome! Congrats on that. That's a great time. So yeah, that is really awesome. Congrats on that. Launching your Steam page is definitely quite an achievement. So I hope now things go well in gathering wishlists. So yeah, definitely best of luck with that. That is definitely awesome. Okay, so like this. Okay, I think that looks kind of nice. Thought about neural logic seems to be just a solution. That is cool. I'm glad my thoughts helped you. Okay, so let's pick up something else. There's all kinds of towers. Turbine platform, water pump. I don't want something that is way too big. Oh, there's some nice rocks. Those look interesting. What is this pack? Poly Sci-Fi Sandbox Kit. Oh, it looks pretty good. Okay, I got some desktop tables. Okay, so maybe use one of these at the top. Or is that gonna look too strange? Some rotating cylinders. A box, a container. Oh, these are like things on the inside. That looks cool. Electric generator. That looks cool. What is this? Whatever it is has a huge offset for some reason. But it looks good. Okay, I don't know why this mesh has this huge offset, but I think it looks kind of good, like this. Just concerned it might be a little bit too busy because I want to put the icon over there on the top, but I think maybe. Because for some reason over here the ambient occlusion looks so intense over here on the looks so intense over here on scene view, but over here on game view it actually looks pretty good. So I don't know why scene view looks so intense, but yeah. Okay, so I think like this, I think that looks decent. So I think I just need some empty space on top in order to make it so that I can then place the icon over there. So maybe, yeah, maybe just literally just this one. That is a bit too rough. Okay, that might sort of work out. Still not a huge fan. Let's see if there are some like flat pieces. Oh, hey! Thank you so much for the super chat again. Thank you. Do you think it's valid to build apps by acting like a product manager and letting AI write most of the code? I'm slow at coding even after years, but I understand the basics. Even so, it feels like I'm cheating. I mean, it's not cheating. So that word, I'm definitely not a fan of that word. whatever tool helps you build whatever you want to build, that's awesome. That is what you should do. So regardless of, so I definitely don't think it's cheating. If you want to build something, and if you got a tool that helps you build that something, that is awesome. Definitely go ahead and use that tool to build it. So yeah. So I definitely don't think it's cheating. Definitely use whatever tool you have. Me personally, the only reason why I don't use AI to write code is because my brain works better than the AI. The AI just slows me down. So for me, given how I have 25 years of experience, for me it's better to just write the code. But if you don't have that level of experience, if you don't have much experience, then yeah, it's perfectly fine to rely on that AI to do that. The only thing that I would caution you is that only works for basically relatively simple apps. If you try to build something more complex, chances are the AI code will not scale and will eventually have to be completely rewritten by some kind of actual proper programmer that knows how to think about architecture on something more complex. So AI is likely not going to serve you very well once you make something more complex, but for making a quick prototype, I think it's absolutely excellent. For making a prototype and for someone who does not have programming skills, I think using that to help you get those skills, I think that is awesome. So yeah, definitely don't feel like it's cheating. Definitely use whatever you want. Use whatever tools you have available to you to build whatever you want, whatever prototypes, whatever ideas you have in your head. So do that and don't worry about cheating, not cheating. All that matters is that you make something. If you make something and people like it, then that is all that matters. That is the only thing that matters. So yeah, definitely go ahead, use that. Okay, so I've got a table. Perhaps using this table, I can perhaps sort of put it like this, and then basically put the icon on top. So yeah, definitely go ahead and do that. Thank you. 25 years, how old are you? I'm 37. A skincare routine. Actually, I don't think my skin is very good, but yeah. But yeah, definitely already got... It's so strange, because honestly, I still think of myself as something of a... Not so much a kid, but definitely I still see myself as pretty young. So it is strange to think how there are definitely lots of people on this channel who are... lots of people who view my videos who are much, much younger than me. I mean, just yesterday, just the last 2 days, I was... I went to a nice event, and it's always fun to see guys who are like 10, 15 years younger than me talking about how they've learned from my videos. And it's so interesting to see the massive age gap difference. Like, for example, I met the guy who made one of my favorite assets. He was actually there. The developer of one of my favorite assets of all time, which I will definitely be using in this text animator. So yeah, the guy, he was there. He was giving a talk on that event. So I met him. Super impressive guy, super intelligent, really nice. And he's apparently 26 years old, which means he's 11 years younger than me. So that's crazy. So yeah, it's always impressive to see people who are so much younger than me. It's always quite an interesting thing. So yeah, it's definitely quite fun to see that, to see how... Personally, I still see myself as pretty young, but I guess it's all relative, right? So relative to other people, I'm not necessarily as young, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a nice little, noticing things, yeah. Okay, so I really doesn't like how this cube over here is way too solid. I don't like it, but if it's not, then there's an empty point in there, which I do not like. John 53, nice. 22, nice. Watching you since I was 16. Oh wow, that's something. Yeah, thank you so much for being here for so long. Okay, so I think I want something with a bit more detail to put it on there. Some more detail. Maybe one of these boxes. Maybe one of these boxes look kind of good. Okay, that could be good. Put it kind of like this. Stretch it on like this, put it down there, put it basically under the table. Okay, something like this. Okay, like this might be good. Okay, I think that looks... Honestly, I think it looks a little bit too busy, but, you know, given my art skills, or lack thereof, I think it looks decent. Okay. I think it looks decent, so yeah. Nice. Watch K-pop? No, but I've heard great things about it, so I definitely want to find some time to do it. I think the floor looks a bit rough. Steel industry floor looks better. Well, I'm thinking more this is like an alien planet that you are gathering resources, so I think something more natural like this, some dirt with rocks, I think that looks a bit better. Use a height map on the floor to make it look more detailed and realistic. I don't want it more. I was trying out different materials a while ago, and yeah, making it look more realistic with more intense height maps, that did not make it look quite good. So yeah. The table looks way too busy. Yeah, over here it does look a little bit too busy. But I don't know how exactly do I replace that. So if I just, can I just flip it over? No, that's basically the same thing. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna say, yeah, that's it. Okay, it's not, definitely doesn't look excellent, but I don't think it looks bad. You know, it can always look better, of course, but I think it looks decent enough. So over here, this one just needs to be big enough for the icon. Put it over there. Yeah, okay, so I think like this, I think I'm gonna say, yep, that's it. This is the crafting machine, because I still gotta build a whole bunch more machines. So, yeah. Early super chats don't let me spend too much, but I work as a QA engineer. In fact, what I do is even create user stories using Jira, subdivide as much as I can, then ask AI to code. Okay, that sounds good. Then read and try to understand, then try to implement. Okay, that's awesome. That's definitely a great way. I mean, if you just blindly copy paste, you are eventually going to turn into a wall. But if you are actively trying to understand what it does, and if you have just a little bit of knowledge, you can definitely guide the AI in a little bit of a better way that allows you to create some more complex things. So yeah, if you're actively trying to do that, then I do think that's a great use of AI. So yeah. In general, it's great for prototyping, and if you know what you're actually doing, if you know what you're actually asking it, then it becomes even more valuable. So yeah, I do think that is good. Okay, let me just hide the characters, otherwise I can't see. So over here, let me drag all of these, and yep, the crafting machine visual like this. Let me override that one, apply all. Except for the sphere, so this one is not meant to be a sphere. So let me put a 3D object, put a quad. Lift it up there. Look at it. Why is it a bit stretched? Is it? It is stretched. Why are you stretched? Ah, crap. This one is stretched. Okay. Let's go back out. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh no. Crap. Ah, crap. How do I move this out now? No! Can I open the prefab in prefab mode? Does that work? If I open it, can I move it outside? No, I can't. Damn it! How do I do this? I mean, I know how to do it. I basically just destroy the prefab, but I don't want to destroy the prefab. Ooh. Damn it. This messed me up. Can I just delete it? Okay, I can just delete it. Okay, good. Now put this on 0.726, because that one was basically offset in the wrong way. Now I put it inside. And now I override it again, so remove and add those, and now it should be good. So now the scale should be good. So now if I create a quad, now it should be a perfect square, as it should have been from the beginning. There you go. Okay, good. Woo, that was tricky. Turn this position right roughly there, and for the sphere, I can now hide it. So now I've got the quad, which is going to be my icon. So if I go, for example, what do I want? Let's say a big blue icon. So I'm going to have to, oh crap, I shouldn't have clicked on that. For the blue crystal, no, the big blue crystal. Can I create a material straight out of this? Does that work? No, that doesn't work. So let me actually go back out and go into this one for the belt. Icon big blue. And big blue. And this one is going to be a URP lit with big blue opaque. No, it's not opaque, it's transparent with that and with alpha clipping so that things work out nicely. And then on this one, so icon, and if I put the icon for the big blue, and there you go, it does show up. Okay, awesome. Is it rotated? I don't know if it is. Well, it doesn't really matter. So anyways, yeah. In the stream, yeah, I'm right here. Okay. Didn't unpack. Yeah, I didn't want to unpack it just because this prefab is being used on a bunch of these machines, and if I unpacked it, it was basically going to destroy all of these references. So yeah, that's why I didn't want to do that. But now it does seem to be working. Nice crystals. Yep, they are. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so now if I play... Oh, I can't. Let me unlock everything, and now I gotta first lose. Yeah, there you go. That one goes like that. Then the belt goes kind of like that. So there you go. I'm gathering the belt. Everything's going. Nice. There you go. Let me lose. Let me lose. Upgrades back. And now let me build the crafting machine like this one. There you go. There's a nice crafting machine. What is this one? I don't know because it doesn't have the icons. But yeah, there you go. That's a crafting machine. And it's got inputs. It's got outputs. So yeah. It's got inputs and outputs, so that looks good. Okay. Let me lose, yeah. Because I gotta lose in order to make the upgrades. Okay, so, but it seems to be a little bit inside the map, isn't it? It seems to be a little bit low, which might actually be true. The visual might be a little bit offset underneath. Yeah, it's definitely... Because, yeah, the visual should... Well, actually, no. Is it? No, it is. Wait, no, because it's... Okay, it's something like this. Okay, so it should just be just a little bit more. So on 0.92, inside the crafting machine, the visual, put it on 0.92, just lift it up by... Oh, there you go, out of memory. Boom, it's dead. It's dead. It always dies. Why does this always die? After about 2 hours, for some reason, this just dies. I don't know why. But, yeah, so that one is working. Okay, so now I need the... No, I don't. I was going to say that I need the crafting machine visual, but I don't because these are all static, so I can really just go inside. Wait, why can't I find it? Did I not add it? Oh, come on, I didn't add it. Did I lose it? Did I lose it? I didn't lose it. Damn it! Ah, I hate losing things. Let me control Z. No, okay, okay. Okay, I'm messing up. No, go backwards. Crap. Cause it seems that I did not place the... I destroyed the thing, so... make another quad for the icon, and let me position it again. So rotate it upwards. Move it up. Let's scale it up. Put it kind of like this. Scale it up a little bit more. Put it down on that one, kind of like this. A bit more like this. A bit more like this. Okay, good. Numbers are popping up over the health bar. Yep, that one I still need to polish. That one is very much just a... initial thing for now. Yeah, so this one is like this, so now I can go on the crafting machine big blue, and yep, there you go, I've got the icon, and now I can choose the icon for the big blue, and that one should have the icon. There you go, it does have the icon. Nice. So I can see what exactly I am crafting, so that is awesome. I'm planning on streaming. Well, my voice already starting to feel messed up, so I think I'll make a break to go eat something in a little bit, and then I'll be back at night to finish everything. But yeah, I very much want to finish as much as possible as I can right now. Okay, so I really just need icons for all these. So icon black, icon purple. Is there more? Actually, I don't know if there is more. So I've got the black, because that one is craftable. So I've got, crap, it's hard to find them. So this is the black crystal. Okay, I need the mega blue as well. This one is the purple, so that's the purple crystal. This one is the mega blue. Mega blue is that one. And I think that's it, actually. I think that's actually it. And for the icons, actually, I can use these icons. I was thinking about it. I guess I can use these icons, so that would be a bit easier, which would be nice. So let's go on the icon black. Crafting machine visual for the icon. Let's go with the icon black. Next. Oh, I've got way too much stuff open. Next for the mega blue. Let's go save, go inside the icon. This one is the mega blue. Let's use that one. And then crafting machine. Oh, I'm modifying this one. I should be modifying the visual. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's go inside the purple, and for the icon, let's modify the purple. Okay, so I think like this, it should already be working. And actually, if I go on the script mall objects, I find the buildings. So the belt... Wait, I didn't add the icon here? I guess I didn't. That's the thing, I should have an icon here, so... Sprite for my icon sprites. Let me recompile. I think I saw a message. Didn't I see a message? I thought I saw a message. There. Which water do you drink daily? Like 4 liters? I don't know, but probably more during the live stream since I'm constantly drinking, so my throat doesn't get messed up. So yeah, quite a decent amount. Okay, so the belt does have an icon. Assign on belt, so the icon for the belt. And for the machine, big blue. Let's go with big blue like this. And for the machine, for the black machine, let's go with the black machine. Then for the mega blue, let's go with the mega blue. And then for the purple, let's go with the purple. And finally, the merger, the miner. Okay, the miner also needs the miner. Okay, the splitter and the merger, those are the ones that still need it. So over here on the building manager. Okay, yeah, I guess I could do it through code, but actually since I don't have it quite set up correctly, I'm just going to make it manually. So over this, let's go with the miner. And for the belt, let's go with the belt. Then crafting big blue. Let's go with big blue. Then crafting for the mega blue. Let's go with mega blue. Then crafting for the purple. Let's go with purple. Then crafting for the black. Let's go with black. And then the splitter and the merger, I need to do that. And for the demolish button, let's go with the demolish icon. That one. Okay, so at least that one already has icons, so that should be quite fun. When GTA 6 coming out? Apparently it's delayed again, so yeah, quite a bit. What's total time for in Game Jam? Yeah, it's like 54 hours, something like that. Started at 5 p.m. and then it's today at like 9 p.m. Okay, so that one probably should have the same outline thing that I had done all of those. Or not. I think it actually makes sense for that one to be a little bit like that. Would actually be good if that one had some kind of gradient. Can I create a gradient? Actually, well, let me go here. Packages. Let me get a sci-fi UI package. Complete sci-fi UI. Why are there 2 of them? Seem to be the same. Okay. Complete sci-fi UI. This one isn't showing. Actually, let me just import this one straight up. This one should be a pretty small one. So I should be able to do that. Yeah. You ever felt so tired making game? Of course! Currently making a game for my finals research, and I'm so tired that I think I've slowed down than when I started. That's normal. Yeah, in the beginning you're really excited to work on something, and then after a while the motivation kind of goes away and you have to just keep on pushing through it. So yeah, that's a perfectly normal part of the process that definitely does happen. So yeah, the only thing that I can say is, A, pick a project in the beginning that you like, so that hopefully that process ends a bit later. But when that happens, which will undoubtedly happen, yeah, really just accept it and move on. You shouldn't expect that you will always absolutely love every part of working on your game, because you definitely will not love every single part. Most parts, hopefully, are pretty good, but then you are going to come across different things that are not going to be necessarily that good, but you still have to sort of push through them. So yeah, at some point there's really no magic to it. You just have to push through it. Okay. Actually, yeah, I could have some kind of like irregular frame like that. That could be good. That could be good, couldn't it? Like one of these frames. Yeah, that's actually interesting. But can I make one of these frames with like... Is there one of these frames that has some kind of gradient? That's what I'm looking for. Nope. Because I'm pretty sure that I've seen a nice sci-fi UI. No, can't quite find it. Let me search for UI. Red UI, cartoon UI, classic RPG UI, nope, 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 fantasy UI, nope, 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 frozen UI, GUI, casual, survival, clean, fantasy RPG. So I wanted something more sci-fi, and yeah, there's only this one. Yeah, why does this one not show the things that I wanted to show? Okay, first of all, why are you not showing anything? There are apparently two of them. Yeah, one is outdated, one is okay. Okay, this one has some nice backgrounds. That's a good background. That could be interesting. Interesting. 3 unskippable ads? Really? Oh, that sucks. Because the whole thing is basically, I left it on default, automated. Did it really do 3 ads? Oh, that sucks. It's on automatic. I set the frequency to low. Does it really do 3? Oh, man. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna swap it to manual mode. That way YouTube doesn't automatically put ads. Because, yeah, that really sucks. 3 unskippable ads in a row. That is awful. Yeah, I'm definitely a big fan of YouTube Premium, but yeah, for people who don't have it, I definitely would not want 3 unskippable ads. Because that is definitely very bad. I guess this one has a bunch of things. It has a bunch of... Because I can't quite fit the gradient how I want, right? No. Because I do like that shape, but... And for the selected, do I use this one or do I use the other shape? Don't necessarily love this. Big frame glow, but that one does not match. Oh, is it because the outline, the shadow? Okay, I guess it is. Okay, like this is perfect. And if I add the outline, then it gets all pretty messed up. Okay, I think like this might look alright. Okay. About VS 2026, I haven't seen it yet, so yeah. So I guess in Google Drive or Unity Cloud, they are, well, they exist on the Unity Package Manager, and then they exist in my PC. Because over here, the asset inventory, that one automatically downloads things, so yeah. Okay, so I think like this looks good. Just the, yeah, that's the thing, the background. How do I make a mask? I never know how masks work in the UI. I always have to re-remember how that whole thing works. So I have like a mask. This one is an image, and oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. I'm modifying the wrong thing. It's on this one. Backgrounds, let me, wait. Did I make 2 backgrounds already? Okay, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Hide this one, okay. So on this one, let me make a mask. Oh crap, why am I selecting all of them? Damn it, just one. Okay, enable just one, okay. Now let me add a mask. And I think the mask is going to hide whatever is behind it, right? So like if this image... Nope, it is going outside of it. How on earth do the masks work? I keep forgetting. Wait, no, it is like that. Yeah, it is like that. Okay, good, good. So I can basically put a gradient on this. One of these gradients, and I can just rotate around. So 180 on that, put it like some kind of, yeah, some kind of like dark black, dark blue. Got this one, then I've got another one, so this one is going to be the solid color. It's going to be like a light gray, dark gray, something like that. That one basically adds the background on top. And I've got the selected on top. So does that look good? Thanks again for the super chat. Thank you. She creates his best Unity UI tutorials. Yeah, she definitely does have a lot of great tutorials on that. Okay, I think these icons like this look interesting. Yeah, I think going with like gradient like this, I think this looks good as opposed to. Okay, so I gotta show the selected. So let me make sure to show the selected. So let's work on that. Okay. So I'm going to need the building manager UI. I'm going to need the building manager UI single. So let's go with this one. And over here, let's do a serialized field of private image for the selected image. Actually, just game object, I guess. No point in doing the image. Selected game objects. So I've got this one, private, no, public void show selected, and then public void hide selected. I got these two going to the select game objects and basically do the set active, this one into false, and this one over here into true. And on private void starts. On this one, let's hide the selected like this. Okay. And then on the building manager UI, this one needs to listen to that one. So the building manager. On this guy right here, we need to fire off an event. So public event handler on active building SO changed. And let's do this one when this one changes. So over here, when I set it, this dot invoke with this and event args.empty. Okay, so I've got that event, and then I need one to get it. So public building SO get active building SO. So get this one, return the active building SO. Yep. And then on this one, I can go on the building manager instance, listen to this event right here, the building manager, listen to this one, and then building manager instance get the active building SO. And then I guess I cycle through the building button array. And first of all, I hide the all selected. So right void hide all selected. And this one just goes for each. Totally forgot what is the type on this one. So the, yeah, there you go, just like that. So I cycle through all of these, and then okay. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna do something a bit nasty over here, but doesn't quite matter too much. Button dot get component type building manager UI single dot hide the selected. So yeah, I'm basically going to do a lot of get component calls. I mean, they're not on every single update, so it's not going to be a big issue, but still a bit annoying. Okay, so do on this, and then I check. I basically check if this building SO button dot building SO equals the active building SO. If so, then go inside of this guy and then show the selected. Okay. But then, of course, there are these special cases. So let's go inside the building manager on this guy. So public bool is demolishing. And try to see. So return is demolishing. Yep. So over there. So if go on the building manager instance is demolishing. So if you are demolishing, then I've got to get the demolish button. And I've got to make sure that one does have that. So that one, let's get that component, show that selected. And then the final special one is the arrow. So the arrow, yeah, the arrow is basically if this one is null. So over here, if this one over here equals null, if so, then the arrow is the one that is selected. So let's go arrow button, show the selected. Okay, awesome. So that should do it. Basically hide them all. Let's hide all the selected and show all the selected. And now I should just need to add it over here directly on the prefab itself. So over here on this one, let's set the single like that. There we go. Let's make sure to recompile so I can drag that reference. Then just drag the selected reference, and then the selected should be shown correctly. Ah, I'm already out of water. So, selected, drag it right there. Okay, let's see if the selected works. Let's try it out. Use softmask, GitHub. Nope, I'm not familiar with that. Nope. You said it's yes. Technically yes, although I never got to the end, so technically yes and technically no. Okay, why is that one not? Is it not on the list? I guess it's not on the list. But even the other one is not on the list, so yeah, because demolish. So I don't know why demolish is working, or maybe it wasn't working. I just didn't notice it. But yeah, I had to select on both these, and yep, that should do it. Look like Ronald's father. Do I? Do I? I don't know what Ronald's father looks like. So this guy? Do I look like him? Maybe with like 30 years on. Sure. I don't know. Okay. Same beard style, I suppose. Okay. All right. Okay, I can see it. Okay. Okay, then. All right. Wait, did that one... Oh, because it was waiting for the... so I got to refresh on start, otherwise it doesn't work. Private void, update, selected visual. And this basically just going to run all of this code. So update select visual, run this one, and update select visual like that. Okay, good. There we go, come back, and there you go. So I got the arrow, I've got that one selected, I've got that one selected, and yeah, the whole thing works. Okay, demolish is not working. Why is the demolish not working? Why was the demolish not working? Update select this video. Oh, because the demolish was not firing off the event. I think so. I think that's the issue. Yeah, there you go. On the demolish action, when that one is like that, that one should be firing off the event as well. Otherwise, it doesn't quite work out. That's compiling again. When you feel something needs to be a scriptable object, when it defines some kind of type. So over here on this game, I've got types of all kinds of things, like the building, that's a type. I've got multiple buildings. Each of them is a type. Recipes, these are all types, so these define the recipe. Time crystals, these are a type of crystal. I've got different types, and the upgrades, all of them. So yeah, basically scriptable objects are really great data containers, which makes them really good for defining types. So anytime you got a type of buildings, you got a type of units, you got a type of attacks, all of those can be great for scriptable objects, being some really nice containers of data. Okay, so that one works, but it is hiding the other one, which is a bit annoying. Right, because it's actually both of them, because the demolish is a bit of a special one. If you are demolishing, show that one. If you are not demolishing, and you have nothing selected, then it's the arrow. Okay, so now like this. Now it should be working correctly. Statics more, and it feels much easier to just get stuff working. Honestly, I'm not too much of a fan of statics. They definitely do have that place. I think over here on this game I'm using like 2 or 3 statics. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't abuse them. But yeah, they're definitely good if you know what you're doing. But yeah, just don't abuse them, which is basically the rules for literally everything. Almost everything can be good as long as you don't abuse it. So here we are, I got a nice little thing. Continue, come back. Wait, was that one? It was still not visible by default, which is a bit strange. Okay, let's go. I wanna lose. That's taking quite a while to lose. Go, upgrades, come back. Look at that. Why is none of them enabled? Because the arrow should be enabled by default. Is that one selecting something by default? Maybe it is. Maybe it's still got like a debug default. Why a website I can't sign up? I don't know. Are you using like a temporary disposable email? If so, then those are blocked in order to make sure that my website email sender doesn't go through the toilet. So yeah, that's basically the only reason why. Anything else should work fine. Okay, the building manager has the timer, the miner active, but it should not be active anymore. The video where you showed the keyboard shortcuts. Yep, I do. And yep, now it's working. Okay, awesome. Keyboard shortcuts. I do. Which are it's definitely quite useful to have. So yeah, on this video I cover all my shortcuts. It even has a nice little right over here. Yeah, right over here. So yeah. Basically move word by word, go to line to beginning, move vertically by 6 lines. Yep, these are super important so I can easily move around in any direction. Go to beginning or end, move between symbols, go to last search, go to definition, find references, rename symbol, very important. Go to the last open file, yep, select any open file, yep. Cut the entire line, duplicate the line, copy paste history, yep. Select the whole word, very important, select multiple lines. Alright, event listener, yep, that's an important one. Find, of course, find. Comment lines, yep, that one, don't really use them too much, but yeah. Extract method, also an interesting, good line, that one is useful. Undo and redo, obviously very useful. Switch tab and autocomplete, so yeah. If you use those, then you are definitely going to be quite a bit more efficient. Oh crap, why is it when I get back that it's not working? Is it by default selecting something? No, it does have the none. So why are you not updating by default? What do you think you have selected? The building manage UI, update select the visual on start, yeah. So why are you not selecting? That is strange. Strange because it only happens after the other one. Like it doesn't happen the first time, it only happens the second time. That is very strange. I don't want to type so fast. Well, just 20 years of using a keyboard, that's basically it. 20 or 30 years, no, 27 years. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure I got my first computer right around the time when I started programming, which was around 8, 9, 10 years old. So yeah, all that time using the keyboard, yeah, basically becomes second nature after a while. That's basically it. That's basically it. Okay, so let's go and go back, go back. Why is that one not showing? It says false and then nothing, yeah. So what on earth? Is it an ordering thing? Okay, it might be an ordering thing. It might be an ordering thing. It might be an ordering thing. Okay, so let me actually get rid of this. Although it's strange, why would it be an ordering thing if the ordering thing only triggers the second time? That actually makes no sense. Actually makes no sense. That does not make any sense. If it works, it works. Do the crystals look a bit off? What, the ones on the map? Those definitely are a bit strange. I'm still not sure if I'll love them or not, because they definitely look quite a bit more simple than the actual crystals. So yeah, but yeah. Okay, so let's go. I'll make sure to lose and then check that one, because yeah, that one shows selected. Yeah, that one makes sense because it isn't, nothing is selected by default, so it should select that one. So let's wait for it to lose. Okay, upgrades, go back. Okay, now it worked. Okay, so it was apparently sorting order, which is strange. Why would the sorting order change between the first and the second? I have no idea, but anyways, it is solved, so I don't care. I don't care. Using the keyboard longer than you, and I'm not even half your speed. Yeah, I guess it also depends on that. I guess maybe there's also a genetic component or an intentional training component. Like, because it is fun. I enjoy typing. I type quite a lot, so yeah, this is fun. I think it up, do well, place, general, could, world, more, all day, but on, off, same may, must thereby move, home, could, she, such, begin, few, well, work, after, since, large, then, without, without, right, may, give, right, by, down, here, another, late, off, even, from a, keep, go, boom, there you go. So, what is it, 94? 94 words per minute, which is actually pretty low, yeah. Yeah, because I made a bunch of mistakes and that really killed me. But yeah, starting off at 120, going down to like 90, that was something. So yeah, that was fun. That was interesting. So yeah, personally I enjoy typing, so I guess that's why. I guess it also depends on how much you actually enjoy it, because me, I do enjoy typing. Okay, so I'm gonna grab some more water, be right back. Great. Opa ali. Opa. 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 Então, agora não saltas. Opa. Lindo. Alright. Do you type with all your fingers? Yes. Yes. Definitely gotta use all the fingers in order to be nice and quick. Okay. So, what am I doing? Ain't done, baby. Alright, so the ghosts, those are done. Small tips, I guess I need those. Upgrade visuals, I gotta do those. Machine... Oh, okay, right, I forgot. I still need to do more machine visuals. I've only done the crafting machine, but I still need a whole bunch more visuals to set that up. Then I need to use tax animator, implement that. Then I need to use feel, implement that. So yeah, still quite a lot more things to do. But yeah, the ghosts, those are nice. Those are visible. So yeah, let's finish up the machines, try to figure them out. Thanks for the stuff you are making. I've learned the definition of clean, organized code from you. Awesome! Thank you so much. Hey, thank you for thank you for watching, and I'm glad you enjoy clean, organized code, given the name coding sucks. That's funny, but yeah, I'm glad you like the focus on writing good, clean code. That is definitely something that, personally, I'm a big fan of, and I'm a big fan of because I know just how good it is. I know just how good, I know just how much it helps. So yeah, so it's awesome that people also see the benefits of it. That is really cool. So yeah, I'm glad my videos have helped you see that. That is cool. Okay, the merger visual. Let's make some merger visuals. And this one could actually be a little bit smaller, probably. So over there, the size for that one. The merger doesn't need to be super big. Basically takes 2 inputs and converts into 1 output. So, okay, so what exactly is the visual for a merger? I guess let's go with the same strategy. Look for something sci-fi. Sci-fi sandbox kit. Not images, but prefabs. Okay, so for a merger... I've put a name for this game yet. Sort of. Sort of. I think maybe. I think maybe. Well, the answer is yes, but it's more like I'm thinking. I don't know if it's too big, but the name No Time to Mine. I think that could be fun. So yeah, I'll probably come up with something, but let's put a nice UI text and say No Time to Mine. I think it could be I think that's a fun name. I think that looks interesting. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to come up with a proper image to put over here. But yeah, I think that's a fun name. Looks good. There you go. No Time to Mine. So that's the debug name for the thing. So yeah. Anyways, let me get back to it. The merger visual. Okay, what do I do? So for the merger, what is this corner section conveyor elevator? I don't know what that is. Oh, it's got a computer. I think I can perhaps put a computer over there. Satisfying being able to debug something as a standalone piece because it doesn't allow other things to exist. Yep. Yep, stream freezing every few seconds. Is it? Is it? That's annoying. At least on my end, seems there are no drop frames, so... Okay. Okay. Okay, so on this one, there's an interesting little computer there. Okay, I think this can be interesting. This can be good. Let's put it... maybe over there on the bottom, maybe, yeah, maybe something with a screen in front. So I'm trying to think of, yeah, I guess I just put like a symbol on top. Yeah, I guess so. I guess, okay, so I guess I just go with a roughly generic visual style. Something like this. Something a bit generic. Merge visual, let me hide the cube. Okay, something like this. Pretty generic. And then basically just says that it converts one into another one. I think that looks kind of alright, although it kind of implies a certain direction, even though there's no direction to this. Anything can come from anywhere. But if now I create a cube, and for the cube, do I have some kind of white material? I actually don't think I've made white. No, I didn't. So let me make a white material. Pure white. Let's go with white, and I guess make it thin. And then put it kind of like this. And for this one, put it like this one go up, this one go down. So this one is the merger, which merges 2 into 1. So I guess put it like this, then duplicate it and put it sort of like this. So I think that's a decent enough icon to say, okay, this is going to merge 2 inputs into 1 output. So I guess well, yeah, okay, I guess that's good, since the buildings don't actually have rotation, which is something that I was thinking of doing, but I guess it actually makes sense without rotation. So basically that one takes in, yeah, because like this you read it left to right, so yeah, it takes 2, converts into 1, then the other one takes 1, converts into 2, so okay, so I think that's good. Although I would want the other one to be slightly different. Can I modify the material? I can actually. Okay. How long it took you to index all assets using asset inventory? Like 6 hours? A very long time, because I got literally like 200 asset packs. So yeah, definitely took a very long time. Thankfully, it's something that you only have to do basically just once. So after it's done, that's good. But yeah, definitely took quite a long time. Okay, so that's the merger visual, and then for the splitter visual, I'm going to do basically the same thing. So let me actually copy this component, put it on the splitter visual, put it on the exact same position, then duplicate all of these, dump them on the splitter visual, get rid of the merger visual, then on the splitter, hide that one, okay, and then over here, it's actually going to be reversed. And if I rotate, it's going to get messed up, of course. So let me actually make an empty game object. Put it right... Oh, crap. Is it down the center? I think it is down the center. So let me put that in... Wait a minute. Damn it. Did it break again? My overlay. Did I already go over the 30,000? Because it wasn't updating. It was not updating. So I think, yep, there you go. God damn it. So I can only live stream for like 3 hours, 3 hours and a half, and then apparently the quota that I have from Google, apparently that goes away. So that sucks. So yeah, no more overlay today anymore. That kind of sucks, because I don't like the overlay, but anyways, okay, so let's go here, and on the main material, let me actually get a duplicate one. And over here, let me put that duplicate one. And wait, it's not this one. It's the conveyor elevator. This one, let me put the duplicate material. And for the color, let's put this one on a different color. Yeah, like a blue, green like this. I think that is good. And actually, for the other one, let me make it different. For the merger visual, yeah, for this one, let me also go with a different one. For the main material, let's go with another main material. Since that one, if that one is green, then this one make it like a purple or something, since everything else is yellow. I guess maybe a blue? No, it doesn't look too blue. Yeah, I guess maybe a purple, red. Otherwise it gets too dark. Yeah, I think like this. Purple, reddish, so that's a merger, and the other one, that's a splitter. Okay, so those are good. And these actually do have icons now, so I can now use the icons for those. Oh, how long will I stream for? I don't know. My voice already messed up, but I still got work to do, so. Okay. That one over there. That one. Okay, so let me start this. Yep, like this. Let me get some more screenshots. Pause, let me grab the camera, let me rotate it around a little bit. Oh, a bit. Something like this. Okay, good. Let me hide that one. Okay. It's the splitter. So let me grab the icons, textures. My textures. So icon splitter. Open this up. Then I've got the icon merger. And open this up. Which one do I have right now? This is the merger. Okay. So the merger, let me open up a new window. Move the backgrounds. Hopefully, okay, it does very well. That's a very good job. Let's merge the layers. Go into the merger, drop it in. Copy the layer style, paste it in, and there you go. I've got the nice merger. And now let me do the same thing for the other one. So let me actually drop it directly onto this. That's the splitter visual. Okay, put it, and I'm going to put it basically on the exact same place. Hide the merger. Over here, same thing. Let's copy it. Go to this guy, paste it, remove the background. And let's go ahead, merge the layers. This is the splitter. Put it like this. Paste the layer style, hide it. There you go. Okay, great. So I think that handles basically all the icons. I mean, I still need the icon for the other things, for the upgrades, but why is that one? Oh, okay, that was just a visual bug. Okay, good. Yeah, so that should be the icons. So let me go and fill in the building as so the merger. Let me drag that one. Merger, and for the splitter, also put the splitter right there. And now I've got the canvas, building manager, the container. So I've got the splitter and the merger. So I got this, the splitter. And this one is the merger. Okay, so far so good. So I think I got all the icons. I think I got all the buildings are set up, I believe. Oh, so yeah, that is something. Oh, I did the I left that one visible. Okay, got rid of that one. But yeah, so I think all the buildings, those are all set up. Yeah. The pattern is repeating too much. Yeah, it definitely needs some more. It's not necessarily that it's repeating too much, it just needs more things on top of it other than just the floor. But at the same time, once the factory is built, then things do become quite a bit better. So yeah, after a while, it does improve by itself. Okay, so let's make sure that it dies. Yeah. On the project in advance, because it went from 10 minutes to like an hour. Oof, that is rough. Yeah, I definitely do need to do that. Okay. What did I want to do? Totally forgot. All right, just want to see all the icons. And yep, there it is. So that's the big blue, that's the mega blue, that's a purple, that's a black, that's a conveyor belt, the splitter, and the merger, which of course now I'm still missing the tooltip. So let me actually add those right now. And for the tooltip, I think I'm going to manually add it. So let me find the tooltip, which I have, of course. I've got the one for my CodeMonkey toolkit, which is very useful. It's definitely very good that I have got my toolkit with me. So, the tooltip UI, but just the scripts. Yeah, I've got the tooltip over and out, implements the I pointer, so that is good. So I can actually go on the building manager, and for example, over here on this one, I can add that and say demolish. And let's see if that one does show up, which I do believe it will show up. There you go, demolish. That works. Okay, so let's add onto all of these. So let me actually remove it from this one because I want to add it to the prefab itself. Over here, let's add the tooltip over and out. Yep, go back outside. And okay, so this one is the demolish. It's demolish. This is the merger. And the merger combines two inputs into one output. And then I've got the splitter, which does the opposite. So splitter takes one input and converts into two outputs. Then the crafting machine black crystal, crafting machine purple crystal, and crafting machine mega blue, and crafting machine big blue, and this one is just a belt, this one is just a miner, and this one is the arrow. Okay, so I've got a nice little tooltips right there. Plugging into Poisson disk spawning. Nope, no idea what that is. It's a good algorithm for distributing random stuff in a volume area. Oh, that sounds cool. That sounds interesting. That is nice. Okay, yeah, got the arrow, got the miner, the belt, demolish, and so on. Yep. Okay, so that's good. Although, yeah, something that I need to add to my toolkit is I only have the tooltip, but I also like having the tooltip warning as well. So I should probably add it over here at some point, but yeah, right now I don't have it. So, because I still need the warning rules, I guess I can just print it in red. I guess that might work, but yeah, so I need on the building manager. Yeah, I've got the fail reason, so it's over here, tooltip UI, but I need to show the tooltip. And I need to show the tooltip saying the fail reason. The fail reason, yeah, that one should work. Let me just start with color. Red, green, blue. And the fail reason, then to the color. Let's see if this one works out nicely. It's repeating a lot. Is there a way to fix that? Yeah, the way to fix it is basically to add more stuff. So manually add some trees, some grass, some things, and that would solve it by quite a bit. Can't gather blue crystals, needs an upgrade. Okay. There are no time crystals nearby to mine. And over there, now it works. Okay, except I need to hide the tooltip. How am I going to hide the tooltip? That hide after 3 seconds. Okay. And on the belt as well, so the belt building manager, this one can also fail. Right? Yep, this one can also fail. So this one cannot build the belt here. There's something in the way. If I try to build it somewhere, and after 3 seconds it should vanish, and it does vanish. Okay, that's good, that's good. I can place somewhere, and for the belt, if I place the belt and put it over there, boom, there you go, cannot build belt here, there's something in the way. Okay, that's good, so I've got nice little warning messages. So those make sense. Okay, so I guess I could change the color of the ghost as well, but for now, those are all looking good. Okay, so when it comes to the machine's visuals, those are working out quite nicely. So yeah, machine visuals, those are also quite done. Tooltips. What more tooltips do I need? Sleep because it's 2 AM here. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Enjoy your sleep. Sleep well, because I definitely do want to sleep well after tonight. That should be good. Okay, so, yep. So in terms of tooltips, do I need something? I don't know. Because I got these tooltips. Yep, these make sense. I don't need tooltips over there, so I can just place this. And if I place it elsewhere, then yeah, it says cannot gather blue crystals, so that makes sense. Okay, so this one works, so I can gather those. That makes sense. So I gather a bunch of them. Out of time. Okay, and I go here, and I guess, yeah, I guess these could have tooltips to basically show the description of it. So I could have those, okay. But other than that, yeah. Do I need tooltips here? But over here, I don't think I need any tooltips. No. I don't think. In the road, traveling for onboarding for a new job. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Best of luck with the job. Yeah, I hope it goes very well. Starting a new job is always stressful, so I hope it works out quite nicely. Okay, so I got those. I can start placing those right there. Yeah. If I place those, let me see if that one does change. Yeah, there you go. Out of time. That works. That is good. That one is adding nuts, which is good. Suits residents have been employed for an extended period. Yeah, I imagine that is. It's good to finally have something. So yeah, best of luck with that. I hope it goes quite nicely. Yeah. I've learned something new in the past 40 hours. Our GM still learning situation after 25 years. I don't think so, and that's part of the reason why I rarely do game jams. Like, I literally haven't done a game jam in like 40 years. And that's partly why, because in the beginning, they're really awesome learning experiences, whereas now, not so much, but still, it's nice to just keep your skills going. I mean, I literally wrote like 2,500 lines of code in the past 30 hours. So just in terms of keeping the brain sharp, those are good. So I probably haven't really learned something. But yeah, again, just keeping the brain sharp, that is probably a good enough benefit. So yeah, I would say that is a nice one. Yeah. Should have been better like 20 cycles to -100 decay. Yeah, I also thought about that. I also thought about the win condition, whether it be get most resources in X runs or get most in just one run, or survive decay reaches the max amount, survive that amount. So I went to this one, but yeah, it could just be survive X runs, so I could make some kind of leaderboard, something like that. But yeah, for now, really just surviving, that is basically it. But okay, so in terms of tooltips, do I really need, I'm trying to think of if I need any more tooltips, and I really don't think I do. I really don't think I do my tooltips. So yeah, I can just gather a bunch more blues. There you go. A bunch more blues. Now these are going to collide with one another. Grades continue. Gather some more blue. Oh, okay, so the socket. I really gotta do that, and I don't know how I'm going to do that. How do I make the sockets more visible? That is a super tricky issue that honestly I don't know how I'm going to do. I know what I'm thinking in my head, but I don't know how I'm going to be able to implement it. I think perhaps Highlight Plus might be able to help me, although I haven't used that asset yet, so I don't know if it will. Highlight Plus, I don't know if this one, I mean, I think this one might help me, but I also don't really have time to learn how to use an asset, so let's hope this one works out nicely. So readme, contains 2 main packages, built-in URP, once boarded, read the PDF. Okay, let's import that one. Gonna import quite a lot of things. Yeah, sure, API, whatever. So I'll continue my game, possibly make a full version. That is awesome. Hey, if you, like I said, I was saying that a while ago, which is if you make, if you get some good feedback from the live stream, then that is definitely worthwhile. If you get some good feedback, yeah, it might be worth spending the next 3 to 6 months building the game. So yeah, I don't know if I will make this game into, I think maybe I will, just because there's no reason not to. So just make something super quick, put it on Steam. But yeah, I'm definitely not expecting it to have any decent amount of success, just because, yeah, it's I'm definitely not going to do a proper marketing campaign. So if I do take this to release, it will be something very simple just to make it work. Okay. Specific objects. Add highlight effect script to any game object. Okay. I hope this asset is easy to use, because I don't have much time to think about how to use it. So let me go on the mining machine. I guess the thing that I'm thinking is that it's going to be very tricky to make it visible to the camera, because I don't have time to try to figure out how do I make a cutout shader. And if I can't figure out how to make a cutout shader, then things are going to be quite difficult. Time miner, I got the belt sockets. Actually, yeah, let me go directly inside the belt socket. Okay, so inside the belt socket, I've got this guy right here. So what was it called? Highlight something? Is it highlight effect? Watch a setup video tutorial. Oh, you got a video tutorial. That's good. I'm a big fan of video tutorials. Does this have voice? Because I don't have sound. Highlight plus universal rendering setup. Okay. Important to your project. Okay, I've already done it. Yes, yes. URP. Yes, yes. URP bundle. Yes, yes, yes. Done, done, done. Okay. What else? I go inside project settings. Okay, I gotta go into the renderer. Wait, what do you say? Add the highlight render feature. Okay, so that's the render feature. So I gotta pick this, the renderer asset. Then I gotta add a render feature. Is that it? Double click the URP asset, select the render itself, and add a feature. Okay, highlight plus render. Okay, let's do that. So let's find the renderer feature that's on the settings. PC renderer, and on the renderer over here, let's add... Oh, apparently it already has it? Did it add automatically? I don't know, because I didn't add these. Okay, anyways. Oh, alright, okay. Okay. That's it, right? Yeah, nothing else. So that just add the highlight plus render pass feature. Yep, that's what I just added. Okay. Verify the setup using the demo scene. Okay, let me load the demo scene. Try to see if that one is set up correctly. So let's go inside the demo scene. Demo highlight example. Yes, save the prefab. And on this one, glow and see-through demo. Oh, do you have a see-through? If you have see-through, that might actually be good. That might actually be good. Oh, there you go. It is. Oh, and the highlight does. Okay, so if I can't. Okay, okay. So this might work out, or no? Because the issue that I'm seeing is the collisions, not collisions, being behind something. Crap, because the whole thing makes it so difficult to find it. Why can't I pick? Wait, what am I picking? The gold sphere. Okay, put that one behind that one. Ah, crap. Oh no, but this thing does show up on top. So how do I get that outline? Because I do want something that is fully online. Press C to randomize the glow color. Click or hover spheres to show the effect. I do want to see that effect. So how do I get that effect? Trigger mode, raycast camera. Yes, 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 yes. But how do I get effect? I'm trying to think. Is that a... What is this thing? Okay, it's apparently an actual effect over there. What is the effect? Is it this? Okay, it is this. Another reflection probe? Nope. Uh-huh. Is it the highlight effect? Because if so, that looks good. Is that actually animated through code? Hmm. Yeah, because it is that one. So it's all just over here on this one, because that's exactly what I want. I want something that is visible through walls so that I can highlight basically all the sockets that I can connect to. And I'm guessing it's the highlight effect script. I'm guessing that is the one that is actually rendering that thing. Yep, exactly. Okay, nice. So it's a highlight effect. Okay, so at least I know it works for what I want it to do. I guess the question is going to be, can I do the setup? So let me go in the bounce socket and over here. So the highlight effect. What is this guy doing? Why is that showing a ball over there? I don't know. Okay, let me go back. Let me go into my scene as well. Okay. Again, no, don't say this one. I don't want to modify that one. Okay, so over here, let me put the belt socket. Where's the belt socket? Put it right down there. Okay. Okay, so now on this one, let me figure out how do I make this work. You got a profile. Like press profile. Is this meant to be active all the time? Okay, that one. Why did that one vanish? Because it hid itself. Why are you hiding yourself? Belt socket. Don't hide yourself. Why are you hiding? Oh, right. Totally forgot because I got the script to hide it. So yeah, that doesn't make sense. But oh boy, I really don't want to spend time trying to understand how exactly does this work. I go on 3D shaders. Yep, I do. But does that one go through walls? Because that's kind of the crucial thing. It's kind of crucial thing. Let me go back into that one and just go on the yeah, save changes, whatever. Let me just grab this guy, the gold sphere. Yep, that's the one that I want. Let me go, but I don't want the reflection probe, so let me grab just this one. Let me go on the game scene. Yeah, don't save this one. Put it over there. Where is it? There you go. Okay, let me increase the size. Okay, so that's just a sphere, that's just golden, so that is not the effect. Yeah, see-through. Yeah, that's a thing. Are you left-handed? I am, mostly. I mean, not with the mouse. I use my mouse on the right hand, but for writing, yep, I write using my left hand. Okay, so that's good. So I just gotta figure out how exactly this code is being rendered, and I can do that. So how exactly is it doing that? I assume it's this script over here, the highlight effect. Okay, this one has no profile. So if I just copy this thing onto this one over here, just remove this component, and then add a new component. So I don't know, are these the effects? It's got a list of effects, an outline, another outline, but I don't understand how this is being... It's got an animation speed. Overlay when highlighted. No, always. Target. And you've got a target texture. Oh, okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. The highlight trigger. Yeah, I need the yeah, because I'm guessing that's the one that turns it on. But I just want it to be on all the time. I'm trying to figure out, do I have to do that through code, or can I do it just like this? Ah, crap, I keep forgetting. I gotta remove this one. So remove the belt socket. Ah, because I don't want to mess it up. Because if I... Okay, let me make sure that I'm not modifying the prefab, otherwise I might mess up something. Okay, so over here, get rid of that one. Okay, that way I can now interact with it. Okay. Oh, so now let's give it a try. Try to see, does that one have the highlight like I want? Because it needs to be going through walls in order to make it be visible where I want it to be visible. And nope, it does seem to be slightly animated, but it's not necessarily like going through walls or something. It is showing that one. Okay, so that one is good. That one is showing through walls, but how do I get these other ones? Because I don't understand how this one is handling the animation, the thing. So, okay, the outline like that, the outer glow. quality, contour, style, visibility, always on top. Okay, that doesn't seem to change. Blend mode. Nope. Overlay, inner glow. Target. What is the target? I don't know. Icon. Can I add an icon? Mesh. Add some kind of mesh icon. It's not changing anything, which is a bit annoying. Why is the only one shader throwing errors? Because I'm not even using that one. Because this one over here, that one is working. Oh, gold sphere highlighted. Okay. So I guess what is this doing? Highlight start. What are you doing to? Okay, you're not really doing anything. Validate highlight object. Where is this being called? Okay, that's weird. Where is this being called? Where's this coming from? Sphere highlight example, yes, and before that. Oh, it's using send message. I hate send message just because it's impossible to find it. Send message highlight start. Okay, so is it this one? The highlight effect. Set highlighted to state. Start or finish highlight on the object. So I guess it's the one that sets the highlight to true. Fade out duration, something. Say set highlighted to true. Yeah, send message is awful. I hate send message. Yeah, so this one is the highlight effect, but it seems. I guess the question is, why is this one even? I think it's no. Apparently, I thought it was this one, but no. Apparently, it's this one, the highlight trigger. Yeah, that is the one. So this script over here, this is the one that is doing something. Trigger mode, trigger, blah blah blah. Update the components, start coroutines, whatever. Update triggers, trigger mode, do a raycast. You try to find something. And okay, so either that is just calling set highlight. Is that the thing? Verify highlight stay. Switch to collider. So either highlight or don't highlight. So it seems to be like this one. But still, even if I copy this component and put it over here on on this one, and like this, it won't actually do anything because I need this one to have a sphere collider. Yeah, exactly. This one needs a collider. Okay. All right. Okay. So you're building someone else's project. Nope. I made this project from scratch. You can watch all the various things. Okay, so this one, but I don't want that. So but how can I'm guessing there's a way for me to make the highlight just active all the time state highlight. Oh, there you go. Okay, that was easy. Okay, so set it as highlighted. Okay, and now I can play around with this, I assume. So for the effects, do I want this outline? Well, I would want to, but it's apparently not visible through, or maybe it is. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm starting to understand this. Okay, that is good. That is good. That is good. That is very good. That is very good. That is very good. Okay, so this one, it's the outer glow. Yeah, I don't want an outer glow. A little bit wouldn't hurt. Just a little bit. Small width. Something like this. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Maybe that one in. Yeah, maybe in black. That could be good. No inner glow. The overlay. What is the overlay? I don't know what is the overlay. Always on top doesn't seem to be doing anything. Okay. And the target. What is the target? I don't know. I think this one that is animated, but I don't know why it's animated. Or I don't know why it's not showing up, but I don't care. Then the icon. This one also no idea what is the icon, so let's ignore it. Label. Oh, there you go. There's a label. Oh, that's fun. Actually having a label. I mean, it's not useful here, but yeah. See-through. Never. When highlighted. When occluded. No, I think never. I think never. And hit effects, I don't know what that is. Okay, just going to flash for that duration. Okay, I think so. Okay. But yeah, so basically like this. Let me make it a little bit smaller. Visible around parts. High precision, sure. Gaussian, whatever. Well, this doesn't really matter. Okay, all right, so I like it. So just like this. So let me copy this component, okay. Let me go into the original belt socket. Let me go inside of this guy, and on the sphere, let me remove this component, and instead let me add a brand new component, just like that. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so that's actually good. So, to know how to make this highlighting effect after jam. This is definitely one of the assets that I would like to do an asset review plus getting started video, because it is a very good asset. I quite like it. So yeah, definitely would want to cover it afterwards. So like this, honestly, I think like this, it already kind of works. I guess I just want to make them bigger. But other than that, I think it kind of works. So if I take like the mining machine, put it there. Okay, that's the only thing. Why is that one showing up as... Why is that one showing up as visible? Because I did that for a reason, but I can't remember what the reason was. I can't remember what the reason was. Because there was some kind of bug when I was hiding it by default, and I can't remember what. It's been hard so far. Honestly, not really. Honestly, building this project, there were a couple of hard things, like handling the saving and loading of the connections. That was tricky, but for the most part, this project is actually coming along quite nicely. Okay, so that one is not visible. It's like the belt start point, and I can select that one straight up, which means I actually can make it a little bit bigger, since now it is visible. All right, see you. Enjoy your Sunday. So make tons of tooltips. Yep. It's definitely good to have your own tools that you know how to use. That's definitely a very good thing. So for the belt socket, I guess I can make this one bigger. Why is that one doing things? That seems like a nice bug. That's fun. Okay, so these are the inputs. That's the time miner, so I made that one pretty big. Now on the splitter, yeah, over here, there's actually no reason for these to be... Yeah, I guess they can be just like this. Yeah, because these are all going to be like that. So that's the splitter, the merger, these also, because I can never use them all at once. So yeah, they go kind of like this. And on crafting machine, same thing. All these, put them all on 0, lift them up. Anything else? I think it's the belt. Oh, actually on these, let me make them a little bit bigger. Like 2, yeah, that's good. So the crafting machine, yeah, the merger and splitter, these can probably also be quite a bit bigger. So merger and on the splitter, let's put them all quite a bit bigger. That's good. The miner, nope, all the others are good. The crafting machine, the belt, that one is small, even though let me make it a little bit bigger. 1.5, like this, it should be good. Ali, então, bebê, que foi? Tá já acordando? Okay. But there was a bug on segmentation, wasn't updating the UI. Yeah, the UI was definitely, that was a weird bug, but thankfully that one is now fixed. So I'm not sure what happened there, but anyways, as long as it's fixed, then it is fixed. Yes, he's a very good boy. Meu bebê, é lindo, lindo, fofinho. Look at that, I got the sphere. But yeah, so I can place down a miner, and then I can connect the belt. There you go. It highlights a nice belt start point. So it doesn't have to be placed there. I can place whatever I want. But if I place there, it's like the start point from there. and go into that one. And there you go. Now go from that one and go into that one, which actually that one should be down the middle. Yes, he needs attention. Yes, he does. He just woke up, so now he's obviously he wants attention and he wants the biscuits because they're all over there. And he's definitely looking at them. He's definitely looking at them. No, bebê. Já vamos, já vamos. Espera aí que já vamos comer. Okay. So like this, I think things are going well. Okay. Maybe a post-mortem video. I think that could be fun. Yeah, I think I'll try doing that. I'm trying. The only reason why I'm not saying absolutely yes is just because, well, the live streams are like what, like 10 hours worth of footage. So the idea of editing through 10 hours of footage, that is a bit annoying. But I do think that would be good. So yeah, I think I won't do that. It might take me a while because, again, editing that much will be quite annoying. But I think that would be fun. I think that would make for a fun video, so I will try to do that. Okay, that one actually looks a bit strange if it's lifted up. So actually, I thought that would be good, but no, it should actually be closer to the floor. Like 2.5 like this, I think is good. So on the crafting machines, so yeah, on these, it should very much be on the floor since it has see-through. That is not a problem. And on the belt itself, these I'm pretty sure they're already on the floor, but so let's put them there. And for the others, for the merger, let's put it down on the floor. And for the splitter, let's put them down on the floor. And all the others are already on the floor. The time miner, let's put this guy also down on the floor. Okay, so these should be done. These should be good. What's your PC specs? I don't know. What are my PC specs? Yeah. My CPU, Ryzen 9 9950X, which is pretty nice. I just upgraded earlier this year because my motherboard suddenly died, so I had to upgrade it. 64 gigs of RAM, so yeah, pretty nice. Nice disk, SSD, and then a nice RTX 3090, which is now already pretty old. I bought it in like 2021. Like straight during the pandemic, so I paid an extortionate price for it. But still, it has served me very well for a very long time. So I guess that kind of ends up correctly. Okay, so let me put that one, and that one, and basically go from there, 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 and this one. Oh, I can go through that. I should not be able to do that, but anyways, like this, it works. We want mouse look. We need to write X rotation equals mouse Y. Not sure what you mean by that, considering how X rotation is usually horizontal and mouse Y is going to be the vertical. So it sounds like you have that reversed. But if you want to look into how that works, I highly recommend you look into the Unity starter assets, which those are pretty decently well built. So you can look at the source code for the starter assets and you can figure out what exactly you can do. So this one is mining quite a bit. You don't get multiplayer play mode to work. Yes, everything was working fine. So it's been a while, but yeah, I use it in my. I even made a dedicated video on multiplayer, didn't I? Yeah, there you go. I haven't made a dedicated video on it, so I haven't checked it out since I made this video, but everything worked fine. So yeah, whatever issue you have, hopefully that video helps. Okay, so over here, I think all these are quite nice. So place the build start point, so I can start mining some more things, but I can't gather blue crystals. I need to upgrade. Okay, so let me go upgrade some blue crystals. Okay, so let's try gathering those. Let's start gathering more blue crystals. And now I'm going to try to go inside, and I cannot. There's something in the way. Okay, so let me gather some more stuff. Okay, so I'm gathering a bunch of reds, a bunch of blues, a whole bunch of stuff. So that is cool. That is cool. Okay, so that is good. The socket, that was something that I thought was going to be insanely difficult, so I'm glad that I figured out how to make it work. And all the buttons, those are all working, so everything's working quite nicely. So got 5 hours left. Okay, what am I going to do in 5 hours? I don't know. But I would say the tooltips, those are done. So the upgrade visuals, that's what I kind of have to do. Oh, that's gonna be annoying, but yeah, it's gonna have to be done. So anyways, I think right now I think I'm gonna take a quick mini break, take my dog outside, eat something, then come back. I gotta fix this window, then I gotta do a bunch of balancing work because yeah, right now I think everything is working out quite nicely. The visuals are there. Oh, I guess that's a question. Am I gonna do sound? I don't know if I will do sound. Just because I hate doing sound, and yeah, if I got limited time, I'm probably not going to bother with sound, so that one is probably going to remain to be done. Right now I really got to polish up the upgrade window, but over here, all these are looking quite nice, so yeah, okay, so yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna go eat something, take him outside, and then continue working, because I got still quite a bit that I have left to do. So I can upgrade the miner speed. I can grab some purple crystals. And for purple crystals, I need red and something. Hey, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Let me make some purple crystals. Purple ones. Wait. There we go. No. I want to continue working, continue building this. So let me grab these, put them over there, and create a crafting machine for purple crystals. So let me connect those. Connect those, and I'll connect that one. That one is going to pump out purple crystals. And I can now, for example, demolish all of these, and I can take these, and I can connect them there, and there you go. Now purple crystals, okay, they're off to the side, so I'm going to have to play around the rotation, but yep, those are being crafted. Look at that. Here's a nice automation minigame, and it's working out quite nicely. And that one is crafting things, so the purple crystals, those are working. Need those. Okay, so yeah, then I still need to, okay, but yeah. I've got to do that. Have you ever thought about switching engines? Not really. I mean, I already got like over 10 years of experience with Unity, so for as long as Unity allows me to build any game that I can imagine, I won't continue using it. And so far, I have not found a single game idea that cannot be built with the engine. So yeah, until that happens, I'm very much just going to keep using it. Although, yeah, I would love to try out other engines, but yeah, if I had time, I definitely would try out other engines, just see what they do differently, but for the most part, yeah. For the most part, Unity is great, so I see no reason to necessarily move, so yeah. But yeah, should I buy a Mac or build a gaming PC for Unity? If it is specifically for Unity, then I believe gaming PC would probably work out better. So yeah, on those, but also I'm probably not the best person to ask that, just because I'm definitely biased towards Windows, just because what I've used all my time. So when it comes to Macs, I don't necessarily see the benefit of it. Or at least previously, they used to be so insanely expensive for no reason. Nowadays, I guess they are not as expensive, but yeah. Either way, pretty much any machine can work for building any kind of game you want. So me personally, I would go with the normal Windows gaming PC, but yeah, Mac works as well, so that works quite nicely. Yeah, I guess gaming, unless you are already deeply invested in the Apple ecosystem, then yeah, I guess perhaps that one might be better. This game jam can get a Factorio too. Yeah, very mini Factorio. Incremental games are awesome, and this game kind of has some elements of incremental games, so that should be fun. But in Linux, now it seems that Linux is now doable. For quite a while, it wasn't really usable, but nowadays it is. So yeah, if you want to use Linux, I mean, this works quite nicely. Oh, Bali, testing content quiz, Java, live stream using the field. I said, yep, that's what I want to do. So yeah, when I come back in about 1 hour, I will. Please don't ditch Unity. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to ditch it, but yeah, at most I would make like 1 or 2 videos, doing like what Godot is like for a Unity developer, or what Unreal is like for a Unity developer. But yeah, changing 100%, nope, not really. Into Opus Pro, what is that? Is that an asset? I got myself back for portability. Okay. Percent people game on Windows, not having a pro PC test your build seems counterproductive. Yeah, I guess that's kind of the thing. Okay, so yeah, I guess I really gotta go, so I can hurry up, go back, go do something, eat something, then come back and so on, because yeah, there's still quite a bit of work left to do, and I still gotta make the build and so on, so yeah. Oh, Opus Clips. Yeah, I do have that, and I have tried it, but for some reason it doesn't seem to work very well with this format where I got my camera in the middle. Usually that seems to be, their algorithm seems to be better for like for like podcasts, but yeah, stuff like that. Okay, so yeah, I guess I'm going to get going, and I'll be back in, I don't know, maybe an hour or something like that, because yeah, I definitely can't go for too long. So yeah, I will see you all here in a little bit. All right, so see you in a bit.